such situations where the depletion of the ozone layer is there, stockpile of nuclear weapons is there, and warming of the planets, releasing fossil gases and carbons in the air, you can say. And therefore, pollution of the water is only because of that. We are dumping millions of tons of poison into the bosom of the Mother Earth. We are contaminating it, containing it, choking it, naming it, damming it, jamming it, and digging holes into it. Therefore, as far as the water problem is concerned, that is a very serious problem and the gravest crisis the world is going to face today. Therefore, as far as this program is concerned, I would like to say that Lord Krishna says that I am the taste of the water. So one should be very careful that the water should be preserved, it should be conserved, and as the Honorable Prime Minister says, catch the rain when it falls and where it falls. This is the trumpet of prophecy of my Honorable Prime Minister of India. And as far as this program is concerned, I congratulate the organizers and speak to them only one thing, that if the glaciers start slipping down, and as the scientists have been calling, you see, if the glaciers come down, the rise of the level of the sea will rise about 200 feet, and that will be the situation, just like of Titanic, you can say. You can say Ram Setu in Treta Yuga, and you can say Dwarka in Dwapar Yuga, and the Titanic in the Kali Yuga. If that situation arises and the warming continues like this, and global warming continues like this will be again a great, very problem as far as this is concerned. Therefore, sort of new ethics is required. And there is that Ramesh Goyal stand, you see. He is working since long. He has been working, striving very hard from the very long years, you can say. I know him very well. He's a very friend of mine, and he belongs to the place where I belong to, is in Haryana and Sassa. So I congratulate him. I thank him for inviting me to this congregation, to this function, to this program, which is being celebrated to conserve water. Water, water, water. Vande Utkal Janani. Dhanyavad. Bharat Mata.
Over to you, Sanjeev sir.
सर आवाज नहीं आ रही संजीव सर आपकी.
Hello. Yes. So yeah, we are very much thankful to our honorable governor sir, who has spared his valuable time to make this audio message and just motivate us. So really thankful to him. Now we have a very important guest and very relevant person, Sri Jagmohan Gupta ji, IAS, with us, which is Joint Secretary, Ministry of Jal Shakti. So he's associated with the Clean Ganga project and lot of environmental projects in India. So now I would request him to please say on this auspicious occasion of World Water Day, few words from you, sir. Over to you, Jagmohan Gupta, sir. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, sir.
So I greet everyone on this occasion of World Water Day. In fact, I'm so delighted to see, it's a matter of great happiness that more and more people are realizing the importance of water conservation. And water has occupied the center stage of public discourse. Yeah. As we have read in the childhood, Rahman pani rakhiye, bin pani sab soon, pani gaye na ubre, moti manus chun. ये बहुत ओल्ड सेइंग है और इसके पे विचार करना, चिंतन करना बहुत जरूरी है आज के वक्त में. बट विदाउट गोइंग इनटू द स्टैटिस्टिक्स ऑन वाटर, आप सब देख सकते हैं, गूगल कर सकते हैं, मैं भी दे सकता हूं. आई वुड ओनली अर्ज टुडे to everyone to make a pledge and commit oneself to improving the water scenario in India and the whole world. So the effort should not only be to harvest rainwater, जो Catch the Rain campaign की बात कर रहे थे गणेश लाल जी, and also improve the groundwater level, increase water use efficiency, especially in agriculture and in our homes, because हमारा personal commitment भी होना चाहिए, but also to improve the quality of water. I'm currently with as advisor in National Mission for Clean Ganga. I worked for 6 years in Ministry of Jal Shakti as Joint Secretary, as the speaker introduced. But I'm currently advisor in National Mission for Clean Ganga. And we will now be working to promote natural farming in the 5-kilometer corridors on both sides of the Holy Ganges. अभी बजट में इस साल अनाउंस हुआ है कि ये हमारा फोकस एरिया रहेगा और उस पर काम बहुत जल्दी शुरू होने वाला है. काम चल भी रहा था, बट नेचुरल फार्मिंग के ऊपर सब फोकस आएगा. The efforts will be directed to not only reduce the use of chemical pesticides and fertilizers, but also improving the water use efficiency in irrigation. So the mandate for Namami Gange is to lead and transform into a sustainable and viable economic development model called Earth Ganga, to integrate the people of Ganga Basin with river rejuvenation process. जैसे आपने सुना 2 जल शक्ति अभियान लॉन्च किए थे ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने ऑन दिस वेरी डे इन 2019 एंड 2021. So 21 का थीम था द कैच द रेन, where it falls, when it falls. So this campaign, which was launched last year, I'm very happy to share with you that this resulted in creation and renovation of more than 45 lakhs water conservation structure pan India. It was a great joint effort by everyone in India. And this year, of course, taking into account the problem of groundwater depletion, it's an acute crisis, as well as gross contamination of groundwater, which is a major health hazard. The ministry today has launched the campaign in the morning, and with the theme of groundwater, making the invisible visible. इस पे मैं आपको बताऊं, जब हमारे जो मंत्री हैं शेखावत साहब, एक बार पार्लियामेंट हाउस में मीटिंग चल रही थी सब एमपीज के साथ. So then he asked a question to the MPs, which is the largest source of largest reservoir in India. तो किसी ने भाखड़ा नंगल डैम की बात की, किसी ने टिहरी की बात की. So everyone is trying to guess which is the largest reservoir. But actually the largest and biggest reservoir is the groundwater, जो कि दिखता नहीं है. So that is why the theme is groundwater, making the invisible visible. So Namami Gange, of course, हमने भी आज एक प्रोग्राम ऑर्गेनाइज किया था to connecting the young minds and pledging the river rejuvenation, क्योंकि सब नदियों की हालत बहुत खराब है, जैसा कि ऑनरेबल गवर्नर साहब बता रहे थे. But we wanted to involve the students and leading educators from different schools and colleges with the aim of emphasizing the importance of river rejuvenation in particular and water conservation in general. So this World Water Day is an occasion to commit ourselves to improving the water conservation. That's what I would say. I also support a social organization called Ehsaas, जो कि ground पे काम करती है, which is and they are installing the rooftop rainwater harvesting structures in schools of Delhi, Haryana, Rajasthan, UP and Maharashtra. The idea is to connect the young students with the rainwater harvesting, क्योंकि वो देख सकते हैं, क्योंकि हमने देखा बिल्डिंग्स में, स्कूल्स में, कॉलेज में, इंडस्ट्रीज में, अपने बड़े बड़े बंगलों में रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग स्ट्रक्चर बने होते हैं, एंड दे आर कंस्ट्रक्टेड एट ए ग्रेट कॉस्ट. 10 लाख, 15 लाख, 20 लाख, बहुत एक्सपेंसिव होते हैं. बट दिस मॉडल इज वेरी वेरी इकोनॉमिकल. इट्स एन एक्सट्रीमली लो कॉस्ट सोल्यूशन एंड वेरी इफेक्टिव. द स्टूडेंट्स कैन एक्चुअली सी how the rainwater harvesting can be done, and they can associate with this exercise later in their life. So I would only say let us make this Jal Andolan a Jan Andolan. I urge you to prevail upon the water polluters and restrain them from contaminating the groundwater and our rivers. We need to do this for our future generations. I congratulate the organizers of this summit and thank them for a wonderful initiative of connecting the world community with water. So thank you very much. That's what I would say. It's been a long day for us because there are a number of events today. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jagmohan sir. for particularly giving this very enlightening message, and particularly Namami Gange and all the, we really are thankful to the governmental initiatives in this regard. And here in Gujarat also, we found this Sujlam Suflam Yojana, where the natural ponds, and they were required to have them desiltation and the deepening and all these things. Of course, the Ministry of Jal Shakti is taking very much great initiatives in all over the country, and which is giving a path and going towards a future. Fantastic, sir. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. So now I have many guests to say a few words, but because of some engagements, just I have received some messages from Srikanta Panigrahi, chief guest. So I will just like to call him now for addressing the gathering today. So our chief guest, Srikanta Panigrahi, a very, very passionate environmentalist, and he's associated with lots of environment projects during his tenure with the government of India. And he was associated with PMO, and he initiated lots of initiatives. In fact, in Kutch region, where there was great need of water and all these things. So, of course, a long list is with me to say about Srikanta Panigrahi, but now I will request him to please come over here and please say a few words on this auspicious occasion. So now over to you, our today's chief guest, Srikanta Panigrahi. Over to you, sir. Please unmute your video, and you can unmute your audio also, and please address, sir.
I don't need any big introduction, and I also don't need any designation and anything. And so I am basically deeply involved into many of the missions that is working in the climate change, and of course PM is the whole of, leader of the nation, heads these missions and climate change mission. And I am deeply working on various issues for last about 35 years on climate change, energy, water, and sustainability space. And I am basically a person who wish not only policy should be formulated, it should be implemented well, and it must reach to the beneficiaries, and with national interest and planetary interest. We all of us, all the stakeholders that we are, have come together here. We need to work with a objective and a great spirit, which will yield meaningful result. Coming to the today's program, World Water Day 2022, introduction and everything has already been given. So I will keep my interventions very brief. In 1993, United Nations basically instituted March 22nd to be observed as the World Water Day. So it is since 1993 we are observing this in each year in this auspicious day of 22nd March. Water is life. We cannot live without water. Water sustains all of us, all the living beings, and the entire planet. In Panchabhuta, water is one of the bhuta, and which constitutes our body, and it is the key element of the not only human survival, but the survival of lakhs and crores of species, and the entire beautiful planet we are having. Without water, nothing can be imagined. nature has given many nectars to us. Water is one among them. It is a matter of great sorrow that we are forgetting nature. We are here because of nature. It is nature who has brought our existence. We have come from nature, and all of us will go back to nature again when our role will be over. So during this tenure, it is very important who has brought us, who has created us, and needs to engage sustainably. But we claim we are above nature. We can do anything we wish. We can reach in Mars. We can reach in any of the graha in the planetary system. But it is very pity to say that still 2 billion people in this planet doesn't have access to safe drinking water, which is prerequisite of life. If safe water is not there, there will be waterborne diseases, and which will question our survival. If you see the data, hospital data of underdeveloped countries and also developing nation, more than 85% of the people are still struggling with waterborne diseases. And there are many deaths in this modern era in 21st century. So the excellency in scientific achievements and modern world and everything, the great concept that we speak about, and we feel very proud that we are the people of the new age millennium, but very basic fundamentals has not been addressed to. The population at one is increasing geometrically. The resources are depleting in the other hand, also in the geometric rate. And if you see our natural resources is vanishing is such a high rate. The natural replenishment which God has designed is failing, because to some extent resources can be replenished. Beyond that, it cannot be. And we are not at the tipping point. We have exceeded tipping point. If you see the resources of the planet, it is very limited. And we are consuming 1.6 Earth. That means we are over consuming resources. It is average figure. Some of us are consuming much more, and some of us doesn't have access to basic life sustaining necessities. It is an unequal world. It is a divided world. It is a restless world. There are war. There are fighting among ourselves. There are disease. It is not. Everybody knows about COVID, and all of us, this near about 7.8 billion people of this planet, we are not together. We doesn't respect the nature. We may come from any faith. We are not loyal to our icon. We speak big things. We never do it. That needs to be changed. Nature cannot tolerate anymore. Air doesn't say, don't pollute me. Water doesn't say, don't abuse me. The nature or the planet or Prithvi never tell us, don't exploit me. They are very tolerant and accommodative. And we are very selfish people. We are maximizing our selfishness, and without forgetting the universal brotherhood and plundering nature, and making our own survival into danger. There is a rise of 1.2 degree centigrade than the normal temperature we can withstand. We have already lost 30% of our biological diversity involving large subspecies, both in plants and animals. The water scarcity, that is the quantity. We are losing quantity in water as well as quality of the water. These are all impacts of climate change. I need not give here a long lecture. You all are aware of. In India, the groundwater resource is playing a very big role, because India has the 16 to 17% of the planet's population, but we have only 4% of the fresh water of the planet. So we are a water-hungry country, water-scarce country, and both the river Sweetwater and the groundwater plays a vital role for our survival. Groundwater is depleting at alarming rate. The most of our cities where there is a concentration of population, groundwater has gone to such lower level. Now we find only a very highly thick groundwater, which very rich with metals, which is not drinkable at all. And even the filters are not able to filter it. The National Groundwater Board is working round the clock. They have a mapping system. The organization which I had, it's a public policy think tank and scientific research organization, Indian Institute of Sustainable Development. We did such many water projects, right from Ladakh to Rajasthan to Pondicherry, across the geographies of the country. Water is a scarce commodity, and we are facing challenges everywhere. So there is a need at policy level, at implementation level, and at involving all the stakeholder level. Government alone cannot do everything. So we all have to come together and to realize it. For our own selfish ends, we need to conserve water. We need to push this agenda in not only in national interest, but our planetary interest, but also for each one of interest of survival and a better peaceful living life in the earth during our tenure of the role that we have got. The most important thing before concluding, I would like to appreciate present government with the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister has done many wonderful things. Sri Jaideep Gupta has brought out many of them. The most important thing is Jal Jeevan Mission. Jal Jeevan Mission is trying to supply at least a minimum basic need that we are having, a pipe water supply, which is safe pipe water supply to every household and every individuals, so that they should get basic minimum water for drinking, for taking bath and cleaning purposes, and for basic needs. And right from Ladakh to Kanyakumari to Andaman to Kutch, across the geographies of the country, Jal Jeevan Mission is working very aggressively to make this facility available. This is a unique program of its kind. we at IAST very deeply involved in it. The next thing is Mission Ganga. You have already know about it. You have listened about it. The Ganga is our lifeline. Ganga is our mother, and Ganga is everything for us. But some point of time, the water quality of the Ganga at different points was not even fit for bathing. Bathing is a great ritual need. Drinking, which is not bathable, cannot be drank. It says the common sense. Dissolved oxygen level has gone down such an extent. The aquatic life, like photoplanktons, fish, and others also cannot survive. In some of at Haridwar, it is comparatively better, but further down, the things keeps deteriorating till it touches this ocean. Water, many of us, many of our industries release their effluent mindlessly. They have a water treatment plant which doesn't work. Many of our individuals, so far as our sewage is concerned, the treatment is concerned, it is not a job of a single person or the government. We all has to be very conscious about water conservation, and at municipal level, that is at city administration level, and at state level, at central level, we need at all level, not only in policy space, but also in different form, we need to act. This is high time we need to act. You must be aware about Catch the Rain, that is rainwater harvesting. It is one of the promising program of the government. You know about Mission Ganga. It is not only improving the water quality, but also quantity in the river. If there is the quantity with certain amount of height, say 10 meter, and flowing it for 22 kilometer, then the sewage load will automatically gets cleaned. God has created such system. But if in Jamuna in Delhi, we have Supreme Court is asking to maintain 10 meter, at least from the bottom of the river to the top level, which is being never maintained, possible to maintain by various governments because of many reasons. So God has created a beautiful planet and given an extraordinary natural system to us. And it is we who has failed miserably to take the due benefit of it. There is Atal Bhutal Yojana, is a 100% central assistance project to few of the states where groundwater is at stress. And Atal Bhutal Yojana is one of the most promising program of the Honorable Prime Minister under his leadership, which is happening. And it is very promising program. And we have many such powerful government programs are running. And from the very first day, after taking over, Honorable Prime Minister gave the slogan, we cannot address the water issue unless we involve the people at large. So, Jal Andolon ek Jan Andolon hona chahiye. And with that principles, the entire government and policy framework has been designed. There are few chains of interlinking or reversal as also undertaken. And we Indians are very good in strategizing and planning. And we know where are the problems. We are the most intellectual people in the planet. But I don't know, while implementing things somehow don't happen, and we need to redesign, redefine, and come back again to address the very basic fundamental issue which has been not addressed until 2022.
Right, sir.
So thank you very much
Yeah.
for the organizers for organizing such a important program
Right.
on this auspicious day. And I wish the organizers and the UNAccc to do some strong and meaningful programs in coming future. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Panigrahi
sir.
sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you
And
very
we know
I
that.
will seek excuse. I hope you will allow me to leave the floor.
Sure.
Right, sir. Thank you very much. And as you said, तो जल आंदोलन अभी जन आंदोलन को जल आंदोलन को जन आंदोलन बनाना है. And for that purpose itself, UNAccc has taken this lead.
Round the clock.
Yeah,
Round
on
the clock. Yes, yes.
yeah, round the clock.
So
So
wish you all the best in this great mission,
Right,
and it will be a pleasure to see that we are able to make some impact in national interest, planetary interest, in the interest of the society and the people.
Sure,
Thank you.
sure, sir. Sure.
Thank you,
very much.
thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
So now we have Deputy Secretary General of United Nations, Lord Derek D.G. Juan. So I would request him to please say a few words on this occasion, and then we'll proceed further. So over to you, His Excellency Lord D.G. Juan. So over to you, sir. You can please address all the participants here on this auspicious occasion of World Water Day. So you can unmute your video and mic, please. Okay, it seems it got disconnected. So in the meantime, so now I would request Swamiji, Swami Sri Sahajanand Saraswati ji, is a great environmentalist. So we are very much eager to hear few words from you, sir. So स्वामी जी प्लीज आप आए और इस ऑस्पिशियस ओकेजन पे जहां एक मंच ऑलरेडी बन चुका है, तो कैसे हम लोग आगे बढ़े. फ्यू वर्ड्स अबाउट UNAccc initiatives also, and few words, and this is a warm welcome from Sanjeev Verma, Secretary General UNAccc, at the same time Chairman Board of Environmental Sustainability.
सबसे पहले
प्रणाम स्वामी जी.
प्रणाम
प्रणाम.
जल दिवस की आप सबको हार्दिक हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं.
Right.
वैसे तो अभी सरकार की नीतियां और सभी लोगों ने बहुत प्रकाश डाला, परंतु क्या कारण है कि हम रात को सोते हैं तो अपने घर को ताला लगाकर सोते हैं. क्यों? सुरक्षित करने के लिए. अगर हम कहीं पर जा रहे हैं, अपनी कार को भी पार्किंग करते हैं तो उसको सेफ जगह करते हैं, जबकि वो मेटलिस्टिक है. अगर हम किसी तरह जल की महत्ता को बता पाए तो जल बच जाएगा. वो कैसे बचेगा? जब बच्चा गर्भ से निकलता है तो उसको हमारे यहां नारायण का रूप कहते हैं. नारायण, नारायण शब्द का जो अर्थ है, नार मतलब जल, अयन मतलब शयन करना. तो नारायण को ही विष्णु भगवान कहते हैं और विष्णु भगवान ही पालनहार हैं. तो जल भय भूमि गै गगन वै वायु ए अग्नि न नीर. भगवान जो शब्द है उसका जो अंतिम अक्षर है नीर, वास्तविकता में वो मानवता को, इस पूरे जीव जगत को सुरक्षा प्रदान करता है. भारत में ही नहीं, पूरे विश्व में भारत ने ये शिक्षा दी कि जल को जितना सम्मान हमारे ऋषि मुनियों ने दिया, जल को उन्होंने देवता तक कहा. देवता मीन्स जो दिव्यता को प्राप्त करा दे. और अनपढ़ भी, गांव के अनपढ़ लोगों ने भी जल की महत्ता को समझा रीति रिवाज के द्वारा. कि जब भी आप भी अगर गांव से रहे हो, सुना हो, तो आज भी जब बच्चा पैदा होता है तो गांव की महिला वो कुआं पूजने के लिए जाती है. ये उसका मतलब है कि ये है, जल है तो हम हैं. इसी तरह आपने पूरे भारत में और विदेशों में भी जब भी संत महात्मा कोई कथा करता है तो वे कलश यात्रा निकालता है. उस कलश में वो जल को लेके सभी महिलाएं निकालती हैं. वो कहने का तात्पर्य ये है कि वो है, जल है तो कल है. उसका मेन बेस ये था. दूसरी विशेष बात कि भारत के समस्त विद्यालयों में, भारत में ही नहीं पूरे वर्ल्ड की यूनिवर्सिटीज में, कॉलेज में श्रेष्ठ जल प्रबंधन की एक अवेयरनेस की आवश्यकता है। क्योंकि जो युवा पीढ़ी है, अगर उसको ये चीज समझ में आ गई कि जल है तो जीवन है, उसको ये समझ नहीं आ पा रहा। इसीलिए जो श्री रजत शर्मा जी ने आज प्रयत्न किया पूरे भारत और पूरे विश्व में इस मुहिम को ले जाने का, उसके पीछे बेस ये है कि क्या हम ब्लॉक स्तर तक, क्या हम उस युवा तक पहुंच सकते हैं। अगर हमने युवा को ये बता दिया कि घर के अंदर अगर तुम शेव करते हो तो टूटी बंद रख लो, तो आप मान के चलिए कि अगर भारत के अंदर 50 करोड़ लोग शेविंग करते हैं तो वो 1-1.5 लीटर पानी जो वेस्ट करते हैं उसको बचा सकते हैं। अगर हमने किसी तरह घर के अंदर ये बता दिया कि जो लोगों ने एक्वा गार्ड लगाया हुआ है, एक्वा गार्ड अगर 1 लीटर पानी प्यूरिफाई करता है तो 3 लीटर पानी वो वेस्ट करता है। एक दिन में एक एक्वा गार्ड 20 लीटर पानी को प्यूरिफाई करता है, तो इसका मतलब 60 लीटर पानी हम नाली में जया कर देते हैं। और भारत में इस समय लगभग 95 लाख एक्वा गार्ड लगे हैं, तो आप देखिए कि 570 करोड़ पानी हम जया कर देते हैं। इसी तरह जो घरों के अंदर, ऑफिस के अंदर एसी लगे हैं, एक एसी एक दिन में 22 लीटर से लेकर 90 लीटर पानी डिस्चार्ज करता है। तो भारत के अंदर लगभग 95 लाख एसी लगे हैं। अगर हम उस पानी को रीयूज करना समझ जाएं, इसके लिए मिशन ग्रीन ने मुहिम भी चलाई कि उसने 5 स्टार रैंकिंग दी कि विद्यालयों के अंदर अगर पानी बचाते हैं, अगर हम हार्वेस्टिंग सिस्टम लगाते हैं, अभी गुप्ता जी ने भी बताया कि बहुत सस्ते लेवल पे पूरे देश के अंदर वो संस्थाओं के साथ मिलकर कर रहे हैं, तो एक जागरूकता की जरूरत है। श्री रजत जी, श्री संदीप जी, अगर हम किसी भी तरह व्यक्ति को यह बता पाए, आप बड़े एक सिस्टम को समझो। भारत के अंदर तो अगर हम लैट्रिन जो होती है ना, उसमें टॉयलेट के अंदर जनरल डिब्बे में हम मग्गे को भी बांध के रखते हैं। अगर हम प्याऊ के अंदर उस मग्गे को भी बांध के रखते हैं, मग्गा हमारे लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है या जल इंपॉर्टेंट है, अगर हम ये बात समझा पाए तो उसी दिन ये जो जन आंदोलन है, ये जन आंदोलन के अंदर तब्दील हो जाएगा। और दूसरी बात, जितने भी इस विश्व में राजनेता हैं, उन राजनेताओं को अगर पर्यावरण की जानकारी नहीं होगी तो पूरे विश्व में इस बात की बड़ी आवश्यकता है कि environment man is today will be the leaders of tomorrow. They should not fear if to take their share in legitimate political activities. राजनेता हमारा मार्गदर्शन करता है, अगर उसको ऐसी पॉलिसीज बनानी पड़ेगी कि किसी भी तरह, किसी भी कीमत पे जल को बचाना ही पड़ेगा, क्योंकि जल का संबंध मानवता से नहीं है, जल का संबंध पूरे के पूरे जीव जगत से है। जब बच्चा गर्भ में होता है, उसके भी चारों वो पानी में ही होता है। अगर पानी का वो सुरक्षा कवच हट गया तो आप समझिए कि क्या हर्ष होगा इस पृथ्वी का। तो चूंकि समय कम है, मैं अपनी बातों को विराम देता हूं और आपको बहुत बहुत हृदय से शुभकामनाएं, जो आपने इतना सुंदर पूरे विश्व का ये आयोजन किया। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, आभार। ओम नमः शिवाय।
थैंक यू।
बहुत
अच्छा बोला।
और आपके रिसर्च के लिए, एनालिसिस के लिए, और काफी जो डिटेल डेटा है, ऑफ कोर्स आप लोगों हस्ती हैं जिनके पास डिटेल्स है। ओनली थिंग आज टाइम का ही सिर्फ एक शॉर्टेज है, तो इसलिए इतना बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर, और बहुत बहुत थैंक यू वेरी मच। नाउ आई रिक्वेस्ट जस्टिस SD आनंद सर, which is a former justice, Punjab and Haryana High Court, to please say a few words on this occasion. So over to you, Justice Anand sir. You can unmute your mic and camera, please. And we have, yes, you can unmute your mic, sir. Okay, right. So now I request Ajay Misra ji. Ajay Misra ji, which is our governing council member, at the same time is Director General Renewable Energy Sources of Society of India, and is a very senior IAS officer. So over to you, Ajay Misra sir. Please say a few words, because your contribution is obviously very much known to the world what you are doing. Over to you, Ajay Misra ji, please.
Welcome, Ajay ji. Welcome. Sir, unmute, please. Unmute.
Sorry, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
सबसे
Welcome.
पहले तो first of
Right.
all, I'd like
Right.
to congratulate Dr. Sharma ji, because you have taken a excellent initiative, and this I'm saying from my heart, not just because we are part of the same exercise.
Thank you, sir.
Because last 2 years, the environmental concerns were in the backdrop because of COVID and other factors, I'll say. So this is the right time when we have started it. And in relation to water, I have because I joined late, so if I'm repeating something, I will be my apologies. जो हमको ज्यादातर water दिखता है, that is not potable. We can't consume the water, most of it which is being seen, which we see in the oceans and all that kind of these things. So we have to take that into account, that only a very small percentage of the water which we see or which we hear can actually be used. Second thing is, the water cannot be regenerated overnight. We have overexploited our resources in many parts because of the population pressure, because of developmental pressure, and a stage is coming where when we were young, we used to see water in the well from our eyes. We have seen it, at least in my age generation people. Today's generation, my kids cannot see water in the well. So how to bring it back, or how to continue it at a very, very, like I should say, sustainable level, is a challenge for all of us. And this should start with very basic things, which our waterman has expounded many times. I will not repeat that. I'll be only reiterating that what he has said. If we follow that, that will be a very good beginning. And once again, I congratulate all of you. And for me, it is a learning process, because as some of you know, my main interest, my main passion is renewable energy, but then water also, because it is a part of sustainable development goals. So I'm all for it. And thank you for making me part of this excellent initiative. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you,
Sharma
sir. Thank you, Ajay ji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Sir. Thank you very much for this. And we know in the field of renewable energy, you are doing a lot of work and a lot of conferences, a lot of knowledge sharing sessions. So thank you very much, sir. Now, I would request Sri Rajesh Tejania ji to please say, his CEO UNAccc, to please say a few words. And also, on this occasion, we have some certificates and all these things. Over to you, Dr. Rajesh Tejania ji.
Thank you, Sanjeev ji. I welcome to Sri Rakesh Jain ji, Sri Srikanta Panigrahi ji, Professor Ganeshi Lal ji, Jal Star Ramesh Goyal ji, Sri Swami Shraddhanand ji, Mohit Gupta ji, Jagmohan ji, and all the dignitaries, invitees, special guests, and our core team. And especially thanks to Dr. Rajesh Sharma ji for organizing such a big summit on World Water Day. I have a few words to say on this occasion. This year, the UN theme is making the groundwater invisible to visible. Groundwater is an invisible resource hidden under our feet, and we may or may not be used for direct drinking due to seeping from pores, cracks, etc. with dissolved chemicals and maybe arsenic under the ground. There are 7 ways I have selected to make the groundwater visible. First is demystifying. Underground water is not clear and not fit for consumption. Second is understanding the complexity. Details already, there are so many senior dignitaries are there. They have explained everything, that the largest reservoir is our groundwater. Srikanta ji already and Jagmohan ji already told us. And understanding the complexity, the water pores need to be protected for better filtration and contamination. Third is getting data on hidden use. The uncalculated use and division of water around the globe accounts to mismanaged of planning of water resources. And assessing the impact of climate change. Climate change is a silent threat to groundwater for quality and quantity too. Extreme rainfall cannot change infiltration and water table. Investing in the main point is investing in rainwater harvesting will help to reserve groundwater and improve food security, human health and equity, the biodiversity. Rainwater harvesting is very necessary to protect our water table, and we have to make a team of intellectual people, scientists, researchers to make a strategy how to protect the underground water. During my when I am executive engineer in DSI DCA, I found during the inspection of NGT has prepared the team, and we DSI DC people, Jal Board people, and MCD, we found that there are industrial entrepreneurs are directly pouring the acidic water in underground water. They are mixing the acidic water in underground water. The factories were sealed, and this is not happening in Delhi. It is happening around the industrial area in our country. So we have to take action against such industrial entrepreneurs who are making underground water bad and arsenic. People may lose their organs, animals are there. So we have to make a strategy, as Swami ji also told us, कि हम लोगों को एक इसका जल का अभियान एक छेड़ना पड़ेगा, लोगों को अवेयरनेस देना पड़ेगा. We have to aware the people कि अंडरग्राउंड वाटर को प्योर रहने दें, इम्प्योर ना करें. We have seen in the lockdown period that rivers automatically regenerate themselves because there are all the industries are closed and no one is dissolving their pollutants in the rivers. So I have a few limited time and I have said my words. Thank you to all. Thanks. Thanks, Sanjeev ji. Over to you, Sanjeev ji.
Thank you very much, Rajesh ji. Yeah, of course, we are very proud to have a wonderful team under the leadership of Dr. Rajesh Sharma ji, and we are going ahead.
Sanjeev ji.
Yeah.
Mr. Sanjeev, many
Yes.
of the distinct people are available now, and our ambassador Anthony is also there, and our what we say that Rajiv ji is also entered from America. So kindly,
Okay.
just for your information.
So thank you very much, and we welcome all of you, sir. And now we are going with this. So I would request now Sri Ramesh Goyal ji, which is a water hero of India, and with this title itself, we are very much eager to hear you, sir. So over to you, Sri Ramesh Goyal ji, Waterman of India. Yeah, over to you, sir. Please unmute your mic and video.
Ramesh Goyal ji, kindly unmute your mic.
Okay.
Maybe koi call आया होगा उनका, but
okay, no issues. So I will request now Justice Subodh Shah ji to say a few words on this occasion. So over to you, Subodh Shah ji, very experienced person in the field of law. So over to you, sir, please.
Good day to you, all of you.
Right.
And
good evening, sir. Welcome.
And congratulations to Dr. Rajat Sharma, Sanjeev Verma, and your team. It's a very innovative and very good effort to make everybody aware about the subject. As you have introduced me, I'm not in the field of this science.
Hello.
But I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
I'm not in the field of this, particularly this water science, but as a law student or as an advocate or as a judge, practically we have to master of all, means jack of all. We came across all type of dispute before us, dispute related to water also. Fortunately, for last few decades, now there are less disputes relating to water, but before couple of decades, people were fighting for both, for not allowing the water into their field or for allowing the water to be passed through their field. It is a ground, not underground water, but surface water. But today, this year, World Water Day is being celebrated under the theme groundwater, making the invisible visible, by the UNESCO as the lead UN agency within the framework of the 9th World Water Forum, which will focus on the 4 priorities, namely water security and sanitation, water for rural development, cooperation, means and tools, including the crucial issues of financing, governance, knowledge, management, and innovation in the field of water management, and more particularly, groundwater provides almost half of the all drinking water worldwide. But unfortunately, we forget that it is very much important. That this 40% water used in irrigation and about 1/3 of the supply required for industry. Not only does groundwater sustain ecosystems, it is also an important factor in climate change adaptation. With the rise in water scarcity and decrease in the availability of the surface water due to human activity and climate change, there is increased reliance and pressure on groundwater. Probably you may be more aware than me on the subject, but what I have studied during this couple of days, I would just read it out, and probably it may be either a new thing or maybe a repetition, means a summary of what other speakers have said. But groundwater is invisible. However, its impact is visible everywhere in the world. Though groundwater is out of sight, under our foot, it is hidden treasure that enriches our lives. Therefore, it must not be out of our mind. As climate change gets worse, groundwater will become more and more critical. We need to work together to sustain and manage these precious resources. Almost all the liquid fresh water in the world is groundwater, supporting drinking water supplies, sanitation systems, farming. What we do on the surface matters.
मैंने बोलना शुरू किया है.
We must only put harmless, biodegradable products on the soil and use water as efficiently as possible. Groundwater cross borders. We must work together to manage trans-border groundwater resources. We cannot manage what we do not measure. Groundwater must be thoroughly explored, analyzed, and monitored. Groundwater will play a critical role in adapting to climate change. We must protect and explore groundwater, balancing the needs of the people and planet. Climate change is changing the water. Let's make it change for the better, mapping out a route to a better future for water through the climate emergency, which is the need of the day. The threat of greater extremes of floods and droughts is a challenge for the water industry, but it is also an opportunity. The linkage between water and energy means that we can fix emissions by fixing water, and we can fix water by fixing emissions. These synergies, together with the global political commitment for climate action, creates the potential for transformational change. We need a strategy to make best use of it. It is about looking for a new ways to contribute to the wealth and reliability of the world's freshwater resources, while at the same time reducing emissions to mitigate the impact of climate change. It is a complex change. It will involve finance, innovation, and the evolution of new services. It needs to be understood by utility and industrial water users alike. Everyone across the supply chain has a contribution to make water positive, zero carbon. After all these technical or subjective things, I would sum up by saying that today we all are aware that there is a war because of crude and oil, which is coming from ground. Let us hope that there may not be a war for water, which remains only now underground water, and in all new colonies, either in India or outside India, everybody is taking underground water for personal use without adding anything to the ground. So we are wasting the water. Other speakers are probably more comfortable with the subject. Let us listen to them. Thank you all of you for listening me peacefully, and thank you Rajat for giving me this opportunity. Once again, thank you all of you.
बहुत बढ़िया सर, बहुत अच्छा लगा आपका, बहुत बढ़िया आपने कहा सर.
Thank you
very much. You are really a master of all trade, क्योंकि जो भी केस आते हैं आपके पास, so you need to study, and you study so much of deep, so you have all knowledge.
जब कोई केस आता है तो उसके बारे में सब पढ़ना पड़ता है. कभी इंजीनियरिंग, कभी मेडिसिन, कभी वो टूटा हुआ ब्रिज, या कभी पानी का बहाव अच्छा है कहाँ है.
बहुत अच्छा लगा जी, बहुत अच्छा लगा.
Thank you very much, Subodh sir. Thank you very much, sir.
रमेश गोयल जी हैं, संजीव जी.
रमेश गोयल जी, we really we are fortunate that you are here. You joined our conference today, and particularly Ramesh Goyal ji, jo big name, he is a passionate person doing a lot in the field of water chalisa, बहुत ज़्यादा इनका creation है. He is giving back to lot of things to the society. और now invite Sri Ramesh Goyal ji और Save Water Save Life slogan भी है. तो over to you, Sri Ramesh Goyal ji, water hero of India, and we are very proud to be associated with you and have you at UNAccc. आपके एड्रेस के बाद ही हम एक वेबसाइट का भी लॉन्चिंग करेंगे. Then I will request you to please inaugurate. But now over to you for addressing all our guests.
सभी साथियों को नमस्कार.
नमस्कार.
नमस्कार भाई साहब.
Ground water taking the invisible visible. This is the theme of this World Water Day. There is so many reasons for the problem, but the main problem is that we are wasting the water, but doesn't store, doesn't conserve it as it requires. In fact, we are expending too much. Use say so many times than we have. Yes, so far, this problem is being updating, and the total water zones out of 5,723, water blocks, 2/3 are in dark zone. Dark zone means in danger. The problem can we discuss so many times, but the solution which the theme needs is to conserve the water, to store the water, to fulfill the groundwater. Our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, gave a slogan that catch the rain where it falls, when it falls. I think every solution is in it if we act upon this slogan. The system of catching the rain, the first is rainwater harvesting system, which should be adopted maximum. Though governments are working on this line, but the result is not satisfactory. In other side, public people who needs or who require under the law to install this rainwater harvesting system are not doing so. This is the main source to fulfill the groundwater from the rainwater. If we stress the government as well as to the public to do it for their own benefit, I say that the agriculturist who misusing the water by more digging that, वो अपने खेत में
हेलो
कि वो पानी इस तरह से जो हम बहुत ज्यादा बर्बाद करते हैं, एक तो वो रुके, दूसरे मैं उनको समझाता हूँ कि when the rainwater will be harvested through that particular tube well, then the quality of the groundwater will also be better, and that will be beneficial for their crops. In the second line, government is doing too much for ponds. Supreme Court has ordered that the old pond should be traced, and if there is any construction of any type, that should be demolished without any defense that building may be of any level, of any kind, of any person. But that is not possible due to the political interference in our system. In fact, I am doing for the last about 14 years to awake the people through students maximum and through media, electronic media, social media, print media, that they should adopt what I can do. In fact, we are saying what I have to do, what I concern. We have to change our vision. We have to educate the people that they should know, they should adopt that what I can do. And then there will be no problem whatsoever. Water scarcity, there will be no problem of any time if the vision is changed like this. The reason of this scarcity, the reason of this decreasing water level is maximum our farmers who waste water by using more than they require. And secondly, they don't store, they don't conserve any water. any rainwater. In fact, the total, out of total rainwater, 8% is preserved, only 8%. When it will be increased to 18, 28, 38 or more, then there will be no problem of water. Catch the rain when it falls, where it falls. I say in routine people that you have no space, no region to install rainwater harvesting system, then you may save the water in some drum, some tanki, some other way. We can construct a tank in the land, and by the saving of roof water, we can store that. And as the water cannot be manufactured in any mill or factory, then I say that the water stored in that position is the manufactured in fact, because otherwise that water is not useful for any purpose. If rain is more and more, then flood comes there and that destroys something. And so far, we should educate person as maximum energy should be for the education of the people. And I boldly say always that the reason of this all problems are our educated but apathy, लापरवाह जो साथी हैं वो हैं उसके कारण, क्योंकि वो खुद भी कुछ नहीं करते. They don't do something, but they never try to become a part of the social activity, and so far this problem is more and more. Then if we want to make it Jal Andolan, Jan Andolan, then they should be attacked. We are this conference with very limited persons who are already working for some social cause. It should be a public function everywhere. I have attended more than 500 such functions, open functions, where I have uttered, where I have told, educated the people with little example of just don't leave open this tap, save water, how we waste water, what is the importance of water, and what is the reason to of this scarcity, etc., etc. And so far, we should do this in public interest, in public maximum to educate them. Then what I can do will be a slogan for all, and then there will be no problem.
Yes. Yes, sir.
The utilization of water is increasing due to increasing population and due to increasing so-called civilization. 30%, more than 30% water is consumed in flush system, and we should educate the people how to save water in that system and reuse, reduce. They should adopt refuse, reduce, and reuse. Then there will be no problem of water scarcity or otherwise. I am working for this, and as Verma ji told, I wrote a Jal Chalisa with complete poetic message, and more than 10 lakh, 1 million persons have been shared this on social media. In 2010, I wrote a book, Bin Pani Sab Soon, Rehiman Pani Rakhiye, Bin Pani Sab Soon, Moti Pani Utre na Ubare Moti Manak Chun. Abhi, in January 2022, this book Jal Man Ka has been published with 108 chopai as Ramayan Man Ka 108. It is a complete message. What is the reason of scarcity? How we waste? How we should save the water? And what is the importance of water? Everything, as Swami Sahajanand said, that we are worshipping cults in Bhagavad Katha. I have chances more than 20-30 Katha program to for this water conservation message, and I started that you are worshipping Varun Devta by this through this cults, and when you are wasting the water, you dishonor, you disrespect Varun Devta, and this can be a public cause, a public talk, so that time limit is there. I can speak for हिंदी में बोलना हो तो मैं 2-3 घंटे बोल सकता हूँ.
Right.
मैं बहुत आभारी हूँ रजत जी का. मुझे संस्था से जुड़ने के तुरंत बाद इन्होंने हाथों पे उठा लिया और इतना सम्मान दे रहे हैं, इतना मान दे रहे हैं. और आज के ये जो वर्ल्ड वाटर डे की कॉन्फ्रेंस है, इसके लिए सबसे पहले उन्होंने मेरे से बात की. मैं इनका बहुत बहुत आभारी हूँ. आप सब साथियों का भी आभारी हूँ जो बहुत से लोगों को मैंने नंबर देख के फीड भी किए.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच.
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच.
सर रजनीश जी लाइन तो अवेलेबल हो गए हैं, एंड प्रोफेसर PSN यूनिवर्सिटी हैं, वो भी हो गए. वेलकम टू ऑल.
जी से है और हमारे बचपन से
राजन कोचर जी
मंत्री रहे हैं. वो पहले हरियाणा में, अभी राज्यपाल हैं 3 साल से.
यस.
और उन्होंने काफी
उन्होंने
भी मेरी प्रशंसा कुछ ज्यादा ही कर दी. रजत जी भी करेगा, रजत जी भी उसी पैटर्न पे लगे हैं. फिर भी मैं समझता हूँ कि मेरी जो कोई प्रशंसा करता है वो मेरे ऊपर एक कर चढ़ा देता है कि मैं और ज्यादा काम करूँ.
सो थैंक यू वेरी मच.
दिया जा रहा है, अवार्ड दिया जा रहा है.
मैं ये मानता हूँ कि मुझे कोई भी सम्मान मिलता है वो एक और मेरे ऊपर लाइबिलिटी क्रिएट करता है कि मैं और ज्यादा काम करूँ. आपको मेरी जितनी उम्र लग रही है मैं उससे ज्यादा हूँ. 70+ मेरी एज है, लेकिन मैंने अपने जीवन का मिशन बनाया हुआ है कि जितना जीवन है इसमें मैं राउंड के 24/7 काम करने के लिए तैयार हूँ.
Well, thank you very much sir. And this is we are really very fortunate that whatever persons are with us joined, जो मैं स्क्रीन पे देख रहा हूँ, और ये वो सबके सब they are treasure of knowledge. So of course आज एक डे को हम लोग डेडिकेट कर रहे हैं for this World Water Day, and so the time is very limited, and the number of persons are really the reflections are most welcome, but we are very motivated, and as a part of UNAccc we are very much motivated. So in future we will be conducting lots of focused program on environmental conservation and for water also, and we will be calling all of you one by one with some limited speaker profile, and then we can have a very good benefit out of that. So thank you very much, well sir. And now on screen I am seeing Professor PSN Sastry is again very dedicated, devoted, committed person, passionate person, always thinking in this field. So now over to you, Professor T.S.N. Shastriji. Please say few words. Time is obviously very short with us now. So few words, please. Over to you, T.S.N. Shastriji.
Thank you, Mamaji. First of all, let me thank Rajat Sharma ji and you for organizing such a wonderful program.
Right.
I won't take much time because I know it's already heavy time. My only aspect is that right from the adoption of the Charter of the United Nations till date, number of international conventions provisions indirectly recognized water as a human right. Unfortunately, in spite of all the developments, still the United Nations is reluctant to recognize directly it as a human right. In international law, it is recognized indirectly under the various provisions of the various conventions, various declarations. In fact, in 2002 itself, the United Nations Economic and Social Council has started the significance of right to water. We have to cultivate. I appeal to Rajat Sharma that all of us should submit a letter or a request to the Honorable Prime Minister that please make right to water as a fundamental right under Article 21 of the Constitution of India, so that India will become the first country to recognize directly water as a legal right. That will be because Netherlands, which was suffering because of water, today they are very beautiful with respect to water. The first thing what they learned out of their scarcity of water and heavy floods are starting the drilling missions in the city to control the floods and convert the flood water into groundwater and the groundwater substance. Because in a Himalayan state like Sikkim, which is a very small state in Gangtok city, where rain is regular, we have water problem. Because we are, though programs are conducted, governments are advocating the harvesting of water into ground, we have failed substantially. And that should be the moment to be started. I think Dr. Rajat Sharma will take up the issue seriously, that we have to request the government of India that we are amending the constitution for many things, but let us amend the constitution and incorporate right to water as a fundamental right under Article 21 of the Constitution of India. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Major General Rakesh ji, Kocha is there. So kindly.
Right. So really, we have a very big personality all the time. We are seeing on the TV and TV debates, and his views are always most welcome. And he's also a treasure of versatile talent. So we have the Major General Rajan Kochar Saab. Over to you, sir. Please say a few words on this subject of water conservation. Please.
Thank you, Rajat ji, for inviting me to this very august gathering, and Sanjeev ji for the lovely introduction you have given of me. I am an army man, and for us to fight a war, the three most important things are there: ammunition, fuel, and water. And what best can one understand the importance of water? For any soldier to march on his stomach, water is important. And today I have listened to such eminent experts. I endorse each one of them for the wonderful suggestions they have given. Professor Shastri very lucidly brought out what the country needs to do, and I fully endorse his opinion. One more perspective I want to give to this gathering is that future wars are going to be fought on water. And it has already started in the neighborhood with our
dear friend China. He is tapping the world's highest river, Yarlung Sangbao, which delivers the water for our Brahmaputra river. And from Brahmaputra, this water goes to the Ganges. So you can imagine the link of this river where he is making a number of dams. He is making dams at a number of places, and he will enforce this at a time of his choosing, when he will try to bargain with India. So we need to be extremely, and especially the government, Bangladesh has already protested because Bangladesh is affected by the Brahmaputra river, and so is India. So we also need to, apart from the various mechanisms we have discussed today, and I wanted to give a different perspective to this aspect, which I feel should also get highlighted at the correct forum, so that we can raise the issues at the appropriate level. And I would like to conclude my talk, because 2 minutes is the time in which we are supposed to be giving our views, and I would respect the time. A very important aspect of educating our children. But the NCC will play an important role in this message. Today, our Prime Minister has got a focus on expanding the NCC in the country. So this education on conservation of water must start to be aware how important this resource is, which is becoming scarce by the day. So another aspect, I think, which we need to focus upon is educating the youth of the country. 65% of our country is below 35 years of age. We must spread this awareness. We have a number of educationalists here in this forum, and I would request them, I would beseech them to spread this message in their colleges, in their schools, and in the universities. Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
So
Jai Hind. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now I would request Major General Sahab to please also inaugurate our one of the website, which is a global website. Now UNAccc has expanded its offices all across the world. Central Africa, Mexico has already started, and shortly we are going to start many more. So today we have a website launching. So Sagarji, are you available? You just please be ready, and I would request now General Sahab to please inaugurate our website. Rajanji.
Thank you very much for the great honor, and
मैंने संजीव जी को बोला कि हमारी जो वेबसाइट वर्ल्ड वाइड जो लॉन्च कर रहे हैं हम लोग आज, वो किसी सैनिक के हाथ में होनी चाहिए।
तो ये तो सौभाग्य है मेरा कि मैं आपके एटलीस्ट इस आपके इनिशिएटिव में एक सैनिक की तरह बिल्कुल आगे बढ़ के हम निकलेंगे और विजय प्राप्त करेंगे।
जी, जब संपर्क कीजिए तो लॉन्चिंग कर देते हैं सर।
और मैं आज के दिन ये वेबसाइट लॉन्च करता हूँ, डेडिकेट करता हूँ इस कॉज के लिए।
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Sagarji, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. So UNCC is really attain the global status, and this is international,
Full screen karo, Sagar.
So, Honorable Justice Supreme Court of India, Deepak Verma ji is with us, as the Anand ji is with us.
Beginning.
Yeah. So,
Vinay Tendulkar ji, Rajesh, Goa.
Very nice.
Yes.
Founder.
Yes.
आपके छोटे भाई साहब.
बहुत अच्छा.
Raja Sarma ji, always a great visionary leadership, and we are going.
Lord Derek, Billy Huang is the UNCC Secretary General.
Yeah.
He's the co-chairman. Dr. Ina Ali, now she is the director in United Nations Women. She is our co-chair. Sir Ian Peter Anderson, who is also International Court of Justice, is our one of the founders. Dr. Shri Jagannath Patnaik ji, ICFAI University Vice Chancellor, one of co-chairman.
Very nice.
Justice Subodh Shah ji, my elder brother, Justice in Gujarat High Court, is one of that governing council important member. Mr. Nicholas Babin, World Economic Forum, he's the advisor.
Yeah.
And now I request Sagar to open our two headquarter pages. We have opening two headquarters. One is the Africa continent and other one is Central America continent. So this both page he can open it one by one. Next, Ginety Eureka, she was actively social woman there in Mexico, having a university, having lot of education institutions, active with the United Nations, and she is our chairman of Central America. There is the office set up headquarters in Central America. This is our Africa headquarters. Dr. Ajunobi Kingle is a very big businessman. He's a social worker. He's done the same thing what our Indian Prime Minister has started in India, the toilet. He's making thousands of toilets for the poor people. His contribution for the Africa country, everyone appreciate him. Ms. Vera Avo from UNICEF, she is also associating with our governing council body, and she is the vice chairman of Africa continent. And that is our Africa headquarter picture.
Excellent.
Very soon we are going to open our headquarter in Northern Europe, and for in Asian countries, Southeast Asian country, we are going to open in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur. So you is proudly now with the 85 country presence. For that, we are starting our global website, UNACC.world. Thank you very much, Major Sahab. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you very much. Honored.
रहेगा, हम इसी तरह से एक्सपेंड होते रहेंगे. हमारा टारगेट है 100+ कंट्री को प्रेजेंस करने का नेक्स्ट 2 मंथ में सर.
Excellent, excellent. बहुत अच्छा.
बहुत से लोगों ने बोला कि सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल वाज केम फ्रॉम वेस्टर्न कंट्री. That is not truth actually. I want to explain you that the sustainable development goal started from India 5000 years ago. भगवान राम ने जब शबरी के बेर खाए थे तो इक्वलिटी का जो चीज थी वो उन्होंने मिटा दी थी वहीं. इसके बाद भगवान कृष्ण आए जिन्होंने अधर्म के खिलाफ युद्ध लड़ा और धर्म की विजय हुई. सरदार पटेल साहब थे जिन्होंने सभी जितनी भी हमारे यहाँ रियासतें थी उनको एकजुट किया, जो पीस जस्टिस के नायक माने जाते हैं. हमारे प्रधानमंत्री अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी जिन्होंने ग्राम से लेकर और शहरों के बीच में ग्राम सड़क योजना शुरू करी. नो पॉवर्टी का एक काफी बड़ा रोल, अहम रोल अदा किया उन्होंने. हमारे नरेंद्र मोदी जी जिन्होंने 80 करोड़ लोगों को इस पैंडेमिक टाइम में नो हंगर का मार्क दिया, जब 80 करोड़ लोगों को भूखा नहीं सोने दिया. आज तक उनको फ्री में राशन वो बांट रहे हैं. दैट इज द पार्ट ऑफ नो हंगर. ही इज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिंग 50 million हाउसेस टू द पुअर पीपल. This is the power of this is the mark of no poverty. Almost 95% of our country is electrifying very perfectly. So this is the part of SDG 6. So thing is going on, new education policy also achieving as in quality education SDG 4. So we are achieving lot of things, sir. So this message has to go all over the world. It's very well looking for sustainable development. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very
much.
So thank you very much, Major General Bhutra, for inaugurating, and thank you very much, Dr. Raja Sharma ji, for your visionary leadership and the pace you are taking this UNCC on such a height. And really, world needs this kind of leadership and this kind of global presence, this kind of initiatives all across the world. All the continents, in fact, need, and this is the reason why Central America and Africa, they are needing our offices there. And no, it's not mine. So maybe somebody else, you can please check. Anybody? Now we have, as Rajaji announced, that the Vice Chairman of Africa region, Vera Avo, she is with us now. And she want to say a few words on this auspicious occasion. Very much excited, a passionate lady, and associated with UNESCO, United Nations, and various big forums, international agencies, international forums. And the best part is, today is her happy birthday. Happy birthday, I have already mentioned. So I would request now, Madam Vera Avo, to please unmute your mic and camera. Please appear on the screen and receive our birthday blessings, or blessings also from all of us. So over to you. Yeah, happy birthday to you, madam. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Mama, how are you?
Fine, thank you, doctor.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you are
you.
such a personality that world is celebrating your happy birthday today. So great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm most delighted.
Region and every villagers, all of the
Most
India, sir.
delighted.
Please.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm
Welcome
grateful
you,
to
sir.
you all. Thank you. Funny enough,
Happy birthday.
thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm
Welcome.
absolutely fine and waiting for my turn, sitting in Srinagar and just keeping my fingers crossed that I don't lose the link for this lovely meet. So
Now I request Vera
I would
Avo.
like to take a turn in speaking
Okay.
early.
Yeah, Vera
Okay.
Avo.
Yes, I'll be very brief. Happy World Water Day to each and every one of us. And I just have a line or two to put in. I've actually come today to learn and to hear from the water specialists, and I've actually gained a lot from their presentations. Water conservation is a very serious matter, and the climate change has actually affected and taken a full grip of it. I heard one of our speakers say groundwater is not visible. Groundwater is invisible, but it is visible. Because of the impact groundwater has, it is visible. And water being life in its own way, it is visible. So in my own opinion and perspective, I would like to say that the effect of lack of water or drought usually affects the rural and the less privileged. And good enough, Dr. Rajat and the global leaders are here. We would want these issues to be taken to the government and to the global government, that those that suffer the impact of lack of water is the less privileged and the most common, let's use that word, most common man. In all honesty, the big waves do not have issues with water. They have water when they want it because they can access water. But we, the middle class and the lower class are the people that have issues more with water. And I know this forum is not going to be just for the talk of it. This forum is going to take this very issue of water far, far beyond all the borders that we'll have to hear about this. And like UNAccc stands for, we don't do the talk, we ask the talk. So I know we are going to follow up the issues of water. We are going to follow it up to where it matters, so that water should be handled, issues of water should be handled for the less privileged. Thank you very much. I really have to go take care of my guests because I am actually 50 years old today. Most people didn't believe it.
I'm also going to the age of 50 years. Very, very happy birthday to you, sir. Many, and you live long, sir.
Thank you. So I will have
Thank you very much.
We'll now watch to see the sustainability of this conference, this summit of today, because all we are about is sustainability and implementation. That is our major word. So we look forward to sustainability and implementation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And today's gift.
Thank you.
Happy birthday gift to you, sir.
Thank you.
Today is a saving water days, and it's a gift to you, sir.
Honestly, special gift
from
to me.
all the honorable members, all the participants.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, thank you very much.
Have a few words from Rajneesh.
Rajneesh Bajpayee, really. So, from you, sir, over to you on this occasion, please.
So, first of all, thank you very much. I'm really very privileged, to get a chance to interact with these great personality. And just in brief, actually, as part of the Smart Gaon initiative, we are working towards the villages of India, and with our technologies. So, lot of tech professionals and various experts across the world are associated with us, and really with today with this World Water Day and with your I was listening to Ramesh Goyalji and other honorable personalities. I will definitely do one more thing now in our Smart Gaon initiative, this rainwater harvesting part, because a lot of students want to do their projects in villages. So we'll include that thing so that they will learn more about this, and so more villages will also be benefited. So thanks a lot, Rajaji, for inviting and giving this such a great platform, and I'm really very honored to be part of UNAccc.
वेलकम सर, ऑलवेज। रजनीश जी वो व्यक्ति हैं जिनके स्मार्ट गांव प्रोजेक्ट की तारीफ हमारे प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने मन की बात में की थी। इनका प्रोजेक्ट बहुत अच्छा है, मैं बहुत फैन हो गया हूं इनका, और पूरी दुनिया देख रही है आज इनका प्रोजेक्ट बहुत अच्छा सक्सेसफुल कर रहा है। वेलकम रजनीश जी, बहुत अच्छी बात है, बहुत बढ़िया।
और जैसा कि रजनीश जी ने आज कमिट भी किया कि जो रेनवुड का जो एक मॉडल ऑलरेडी इम्प्लीमेंट किया हुआ है, तो व्हीकल इज ऑलरेडी रेडी, इनको तो जस्ट उसके ऊपर एक मैटर जो है डालना है, इट विल ऑटोमेटिकली रन। सो वेल, So thank you very much, Rajneesh ji, for joining and sharing here. And you please propagate this message of rainwater harvesting or rooftop water collection through your model concept, and which is really a super hit project. So congratulations for your project also, and thank you very much for joining us and giving your message today. Thank you very much, Rajneesh.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Now I would request Amit Sharma ji, which is a real sustainable development guy, please come over here and say few words. He is our Deputy Secretary General of UNAccc also. Please come over here and vote of recognition for some of the person. Then we have more and more person, and we will continue our discussions now. So just a few words from Amit Sharma ji.
Welcome, Amit.
Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. From Deep Chandra,
knowledge is pouring in and out from all the dignitaries who have been speaking on this diaspora. I must say, across the globe, there are more speakers down the line, wherein there will be more knowledge flowing for everyone for mutual benefit. So I'm making it more formally that on behalf of UNAccc, I express my gratitude to all dignitaries for their kind presence and very inspiring inaugural addresses. It has been our fortune to find distinguished presence for extremely busy personalities in the Global Water Summit 2022 on the occasion of World Water Day. So I will rather keep it very sweet and short. That on behalf of UNAccc, we greatly value the presence of key dignitaries here and summit organizer. We look forward to have more fulfillment of the expectation from all the speakers in their contribution, especially for the Sustainable Development Goal number 6, which we are deliberating today, which we are focusing today. And again, I would like to convey my gratitude for excellent message by Professor Ganeshi Lalji, the Honorable Governor, the state of Odisha in India, and Srikanta Panigrahi ji, Ramesh Goyal ji, and all the distinguished speakers. So thank you once again, and Jai Hind. And I have a state announcement to make that the certificate distribution will be having after the completion of the summit. Thank you very much again. Thank you for the gratitude.
Thank you very much, Amit Sharma ji. And so, in fact, now we are through with our sessions, and the last, particularly the benefit, and we are fortunate that all the persons joined today are the real passionate person. So there is no scarcity of time, whatever it will be. Only thing, even then, I would request our just guests who are there today to say a few words. Now we have Professor Abhay Kumar, who is Vice Chancellor of Pratap University and board member of UNAccc. So, please.
Thank you, Sanjeev ji. My sincere thanks to Dr. Raja Sharma ji, UNAccc doing such a great job. The plethora of distinguished guests, speakers, and audience present here today. It has been a great learning for me. In fact, after having listened to all of you speaking on the topic, well, the focus for the happy, say, World Water Day today is naturally an invisible resource with an impact visible everywhere. Now, let me not waste time on saying the wrong things. Right now, actually, over 95% of the global population have absolutely no awareness of the ecological disaster building up around us. Ecological awareness is confined only to a small segment of people, and each among them, the idea of ecology is largely, say, limited to using less water while showering or turning off the tap when brushing teeth. But what about the logic behind rain harvesting has been one aspect. The other, what about retaining the topsoil of the contents so that the aquifers which hold the water in the crevices of rocks and soil, what about them? How do we harvest this water? we are using it to an extent as if the world is soon going to end with our generation or the next generation. So naturally, as Major Kochar had said, and a few speakers before, that we have to create this awareness. I was walking through a village in Uttar Pradesh, from where I belong. I saw a huge water pump.
Deep Joshi ji, excuse me, sir. I would request Deep Joshi ji to please mute your mic. It seems echo is coming.
I am sorry, sir. I am sorry. I am just going.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Abhay Kumar ji, please continue.
So what I mean to say is that say 87% of life forms on this planet, which are microbes, worms, insects, birds, animals, human beings, plants, trees, and every other vegetation on the planet is sustained by an average of 39 inches of topsoil. This is ecologically there. So what we have to do, the water holding capacity of the soil has to be increased. Then only the groundwater would be a reality, in reality, an asset for us. So what we have to do is, we have not only to say make aware the youth or the generations which are going to come, but presently, especially in rural areas. For one instance, I was giving an example. When the mic started echoing, I saw in a village, say some few buffaloes being washed with gallons of waters. And that was, the motor was running from morning to evening. Now, just imagine what sort of education and awareness we have to provide to the masses right now. Actually, the importance of conserving the water is not yet assimilated within each one of us. We may be talking on many platforms, but the most important aspect would be to go out of our homes. Actually, you know, our homes are one of the cleanest in the world. But what about the garbage we are throwing outside? So we have to understand that it is not only us who have to understand that water, groundwater is important for us. It is the sort of awareness that we have to create amongst the masses right now. And that is going to be a big movement. And I am sure that UNACC is going to do the wonders. For that, I am sure. So thank you so much. I've just exhausted my 4 minutes, I think. You're not audible, Sanjeev ji.
Sanjeev sir, you need to unmute yourself.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abhay Kumar ji. Really nice thought. Only thing, we have a very limited time, we are short of time.
Yeah.
So we are just like, so again, I would request now Tejleen Kaur ji to say few words. I would appreciate if you complete your message within 60 seconds or at the maximum 120 seconds, please. Over to you, Tejleen ji. You are mute. You please unmute yourself first. Tejleen ji, you are not audible. You can unmute your mic, please.
मैम की आवाज नहीं आ रही सर.
Thank you. Actually, you had muted everybody's microphone. Good evening, everybody. Precious water flows in green, red, and oceans blue, giving quiet life. These are the words of a stalwart by the name of Dean Jackson, which sums it up so aptly. Good evening to all my fellow global citizens who share the common vision of a more and a better sustainable future. I want to specially thank Varmaji, Rajatji, and all the esteemed guests who are there today evening. I want to thank Rajatji for giving this platform for all of us to interact and exchange our information with each other and not taking much of everybody's time. We all understand that water is a very scarce commodity as the years go by, and in our planet, lots of us are feeling this scarcity. But what is the action to be taken? This water shortage is not only about a physical lack of water affecting the present and the future generations. It is often more about economic resources to manage the existing supplies in tandem with profound awareness not only on part of individuals, but this awareness has also to come to agriculturists, corporate and industrial houses, our governments, our institutions and agencies of different countries that should be doing their bit synchronously in the right direction. We should learn lessons from the initiatives of countries like South Africa, Australia, UAE, Singapore, Jordan, Namibia, and a host of other countries in the world that have taken up this issue while battling the acute water stress in the past. Reducing water footprints is not as daunting as it might seem to all of us. To ease water shortages, certain steps have been taken by a number of countries. For example, electronic billboards on the freeways in Cape Town, South Africa, to flash available levels of water is an idea perhaps borrowed from Australia. When it faced one of the worst droughts in the history from 97 to 2009, during which Melbourne had a large percentage, and also fixing small water flow regulators in shower heads to make it water efficient. In the UAE, the Business Heroes Toolkit designed in the year 2010. Now in 2010, UAE designed this Business Heroes Toolkit, which taught companies to reduce water consumption levels to present targets and proudly helped them become part of corporate heroes network. So what do we need to do? From replacing toilet flushing techniques, taps and shower heads to nearly everything that was a water saving tip, all these were successfully implemented. Singapore had Marina Barrage, an urban water reservoir constructed in the year 2008 to make most use of rainwater. In Jordan, farmers were encouraged to grow low water intensive crops to save water. Locals in Namibia have been drinking recycled water since 1968. There are many more such unique examples of how communities and countries from all over the world are rising to the challenge and doing their best to be water efficient. Speaking of the theme for the World Water Day 2022, which we all know is groundwater, making the invisible visible. Groundwater has always been very, very crucial, but its importance never completely realized in letter and spirit in the overall scheme of sustainable development policy making. Though invisible, groundwater's impact is ubiquitous. Can I continue, please?
I would request you just to conclude in 10 seconds. Please.
Yes. So I'll just conclude by saying that we should educate the younger generation. As mentioned by General Kocher, 65% of the population is lesser than 35 years of age. So what are the things we should do and how should we educate the younger generation? By simply teaching them to turn off the water while brushing our teeth, while washing our hands. We should run full loads of dishes and laundry in our washing machines and dishwashers, having shorter showers and fixing those dripping taps. And instead of using hose pipe to clean driveways, we should use brooms and follow the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle water. I want to tell you that it is all possible and we can make life easier for the next generation. Thank you, everybody, and Jai Hind.
Jai Hind. Thank you very much. And
Jai Hind, Tejan ji, बहुत अच्छा लगा.
Thank you very much.
रिक्वेस्ट था कि अब काफी समय से जाकिया खान जी अपना हैंड रेज कर रही हैं, तो उनको जरा 1 मिनट का समय दें ताकि वो अपनी बात रख सकें. जाकिया
over to you, Jakia Khan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajaji, and
Thank you.
I'm waiting since 9:30. I mean, oh my God. Anyway, all these speakers are in a great influencer, and they are putting their views. That all views are very important. Why I wanted to share and what exactly I wanted to share. We have already started, and we have brought a book. Okay, complete SDG program book, which is going to be launched soon with one of my co-partners, and that is going to be circulated to all the schools, especially to the governments, and even we are touching all the private institutions. So the kids from their day one, they understand what exactly is the SDG program, and this is all not going to stay till India. It is going to be published in abroad also, and going to be circulated and started as a program, fixed educational program in all the other countries' government schools. Apart from this, I will quote one thing, like there is a Australian pack bottle, water bottle company, which put it a note: don't waste water even if you are standing on a running stream. Okay, and this quote was done by our prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So what exactly it is saying is that even if you are sitting in the ocean, even if you are sitting in between the running stream, you should realize what is the importance of water. That's why fast was kept. You know, why you keep the fast, you understand how thirst is. And apart from this, there is a lot of programs, a lot of things, and I think all the dignitaries and all the speakers have spoken, so I'm not going to waste time talking about it. It's already there. We are working on it. Atul Ganga was really good, but we have to, with the accumulation of a government, not just we have to understand, government can announce a policy, government can bring something into the roots, but we have to get that program to urban, rural, each and every individual. That is everyone's duty, not just one person. To understand and make them understand this duty, we are launching this SDG book, which will be in e-books also, and printable also, and it will be sooner or later going to be introduced in all government schools. So that's for now.
शुक्रिया
Thank you.
शुक्रिया
Thank you very much.
जाकिया बहन। इंशाल्लाह आपकी बुक जो है वर्ल्ड वाइड फेमस हो, जितना मैक्सिमम होगा हम भी प्रमोट करेंगे यूनिवर्सिटी में।
बिल्कुल राजन जी, आप तो पार्ट होने वाले हो। हाउ कैन यू बी, एंड राजेश जी आप भी, हाउ कैन यू पीपल बी लेफ्ट ओवर, यू हैव टू बी पार्ट ऑफ इट। थैंक यू।
Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. I
Now,
request to Professor Urmila ji. So
Urmila
she is
Sharma,
actually
yeah.
leading the
Urmila
head.
Sharma
Yeah, yeah.
is again very dedicated. Please, over to you, Urmila ji. Please, a few words within 120 seconds. I would appreciate. Thank you.
Sagar, kindly unmute Professor Urmila ji. Sagar?
Ma'am, you can unmute.
Yes, okay.
Yes,
नमस्कार नमस्कार
नमस्कार
नमस्कार राजेश।
नमस्कार
सबसे पहले तो मैं आप नमस्कार सबसे पहले तो मैं आप सब लोगों को धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगी कि रजत जी ने मुझे इस प्लेटफॉर्म पर अपॉर्चुनिटी दी कि जो ग्राउंड लेवल पर हम काम कर रहे हैं उसके बारे में थोड़ी जानकारी दें। अभी तक मैंने जितनी भी वार्तालाप सुनी है उसमें सभी लोगों को जो मैंने सुना, उसमें स्वामी जी का, बाकी के जो मेरे स्पीकर्स हैं उनका, हम लोग अवेयरनेस एम्बेसडर के रूप में हमारी जो संस्था है वो घरों में इस मुहिम को शुरू किए हुए हैं। जैसे कि स्वामी जी ने बताया कि हमारे यहाँ जो आरओ है, आरओ से जो पानी निकलता है, हम लोगों ने महिलाओं को बताया हुआ है कि आप बकेट रखिए और बकेट में उस पाइप को डाल दीजिए, और वो जो पाइप में पानी इकट्ठा होता है आप उसको अपना जो किचन गार्डन है उसमें यूज कर सकते हैं। टैप को बहुत कम खोलिए, बहुत ज्यादा फ्लो में मत खोलिए। बच्चों से अपने अपने घरों में बच्चों से कहिए कि टैप बहुत धीरे खोलें, जैसे कि अभी मेरे पहले वाले स्पीकर ने कहा कि बहुत ज्यादा पानी ना चलने दें। पानी यदि आप हाथ धो रहे हैं, ब्रश कर रहे हैं, तो वो सब जो है पानी आप कम यूज करें। तो महिलाओं को, क्योंकि आप सभी जानते हैं कि हमारे यहाँ धर्म से संबंधित अगर हम किसी घटना को जोड़ देते हैं तो उसको ग्रामीण महिलाएं बहुत अच्छे से अडॉप्ट करती हैं। तो हमने उनसे यही कहा कि जल ही देवता है और ये जल देव जो है इसको आप जितना वेस्ट करेंगी, आप कितनी पूजा पाठ करें, वो सब आपका व्यर्थ होगा। तो महिलाओं ने उस मुहिम को कनेक्ट टू कनेक्ट प्रोग्राम के जरिए आपस में मंदिर में जब बैठती हैं तो इसी बात की चर्चा करती हैं। अगर मान लीजिए किसी भजन कीर्तन में बैठती हैं तो इसी बात की चर्चा करती हैं कि आगे आने वाली जो जनरेशन है वो पानी के लिए तकलीफ में ना आए, इसलिए हम आज के समय में छोटी छोटी जो ये चीजें हैं, नल टपक रहा है उसको ठीक करवा लिया, नल से पानी कम खोल लिया, तो ये जो मुहिम है बड़ी कारगर सिद्ध हो रही है। और मैं आपका धन्यवाद करती हूँ कि इस प्लेटफॉर्म के माध्यम से ये बात सभी लोगों तक पहुंची और मुझे उम्मीद है कि सभी लोग अपने अपने घरों में जिन लोगों से कनेक्ट होंगे उन लोगों से, बच्चों से और महिलाओं से इस बात का संदेश देंगे और ये जो हमारा आज विश्व दिवस है, जल विश्व दिवस, उस मुहिम को आगे बढ़ाएगा। रजत जी, राजीव जी, बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं आप, बहुत बहुत ब्लेसिंग्स आप लोगों को, धन्यवाद।
जी जी, और मेरी रिक्वेस्ट सभी लोगों से है, काइंडली शेयर ऑल दिस टुडे समिट विद देयर सोशल मीडिया, ऑल द स्क्रीनशॉट विल बी शेयर विद यू।
राइट, एक्चुअली पर्यावरण ये जो सब्जेक्ट है, जितना प्रचार प्रसार हो उतने लोग जुड़ेंगे और उतनी मुहिम करो। और स्टार्टिंग में भी हमने देखा ही था कि ये जल आंदोलन जो है जन आंदोलन के रूप में कन्वर्ट होना चाहिए। कैसे होगा? जब हम लोग अपने अपने नेटवर्क्स पे इसको प्रोपोगेट करें। So this is rightly, Rajat ji, thank you very much for this thing, and I appreciate. On all, we will be thankful to you. Please,
मुकुल गुप्ता जी को जरा इनवाइट कीजिए। मुकुल गुप्ता जी,
Gupta ji, Mukul Gupta is very, very active person, and he always keeps all his antenna open just to catch good thing from this global war. So over to you, Mukul Gupta ji, for few words on Water Day celebration this year. Yeah, Mukul Gupta ji, please unmute your mic and this thing. Sagar ji, आप please check करिए.
Thank you, Dr. Rajat. All eminent speakers and
वेलकम मुकुल जी।
जय हिंद। और ये मेरे लिए एक बहुत सौभाग्य की बात है कि आज मैं इतने एलीट ऑडियंस के सामने कुछ शब्द रखना चाह रहा हूं और मुझे इस चीज की परमिशन दी गई। बहुत बहुत बड़े बड़े स्पीकर्स बोल चुके हैं पानी की स्कैरसिटी के बारे में, तो मैं उस एम्फेसिस नहीं करूंगा। मैं सिर्फ एक चीज बोलूंगा जो हमारे राष्ट्रपिता महात्मा गांधी ने बोला है, और उन्होंने ये बोला था कि ये जमीन, ये हवा, ये धरती और ये पानी, ये हमें हमारे फोरफादर्स से मिली है और ये हमारे बच्चों के लिए एक लोन है। आज मैं मान लेता हूं कि जिस तरह से मेरे पूर्वजों ने मुझे ये स्वच्छ और इस्तेमाल करने लायक हैंडओवर किया या प्रदान किया, मैं भी अपने बच्चों को इसी तरह से दूं। और इसी मैं ये भी कहना चाहूंगा, आज हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने भी अपने मन की बात में एक प्रण लेने बोला है कि मैं एक वाटर प्लेज लेता हूं। जिस भी तरह से पॉसिबल हुआ मैं अपना इस राष्ट्र के हित के लिए, पानी को बचाने के लिए कंट्रीब्यूशन दूंगा। और मैं आप सबसे यही गुजारिश करता हूं, एंड आई प्रे दैट व्हाटएवर आवर एमिनेंट स्पीकर्स हैव सेड सो फार, वी शुड बी एबल टू फॉलो इट। और इससे ज्यादा नहीं बोलूंगा। मैं अपना कंट्रीब्यूशन एक छोटे से स्निपेट के फॉर्म में, आई एम प्रिपेयरिंग अ स्मॉल आर्टिकल ऑन हाउ टू सेव वाटर, वो कुछ ही समय में ग्रुप के साथ शेयर करूंगा। और आशा रखता हूं कि जितने भी स्पीकर्स ने जो भी पॉइंट्स दिए, हम उसको तहे दिल से फॉलो करेंगे। थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू एवरीवन, एंड भगवान हम सबको इस तरह तरक्की देता रहे और अपनी सोसाइटी के लिए कंट्रीब्यूट करता रहे।
थैंक यू मुकुल जी, बहुत अच्छा लगा, बहुत अच्छा लगा सर आया।
Right, thank you very much. Now we have Monica Sharma ji. So Monica Sharma ji, please say your this thing within 120 seconds, please. I will really be happy to see. Monica Sharma ji, please. Okay. So I would request now Manisha Sharma ji. Manisha Sharma to please say a few words. Over to you, Manisha ji.
Sagar, kindly unmute. Manisha Sharma ji.
Yes, sir. I have already given her the permission.
Okay. Yeah, Manisha Sharma ji, please. Okay. Or Monica Sharma ji, I am just saying on this thing. So just
संदीप
few
जी आगे
more.
संदीप मारवा जी आए क्या?
हाँ, संदीप मारवा जी ज्वाइन करने वाले हैं अभी.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
मोहम्मद तस्लील जी भी आ गए हैं, शायद ज्वाइन किया है उन्होंने.
Okay.
और
And
कर्नाटक चेयरमैन.
yes. So Mohammed Tasleel ji, yeah. So I would request Mohammed Tasleel ji to please say a few words. And now I would request Ajmat Khan ji also to be ready. And you are in the queue for your few words. We are very much eager. So Tasleel ji. So Ajmat Khan ji, are you able to unmute? Sagar ji, please unmute all these participants.
I have given permission to everybody. Anybody can.
Okay. Yeah. So Ajmat ji, you can unmute your mic and camera, please, and say a few words.
Ajmat Khan ji from Bangladesh. He is our governing council board member.
Yeah, Ajmat ji, we are not able to hear you. You can unmute your mic. So we have Vinit Dubey ji with us. So few words from you, sir, within 100 seconds.
Myself, Vipin Dubey. I am from Raipur, Chhattisgarh. I am working here as a hydrogeoscientist, rainwater harvesting consultant, water conservationist since last 32 years. And I have got a Water Hero Award from Jal Shakti Mantralaya, Jal Star Award, and Life Fellow Award from IIT Roorkee. And I have installed more than 5,000 rainwater harvesting system here at Raipur, Chhattisgarh, and augmented billions liters of water through my system and recharge structures.
Yeah.
People says that India is running out of water, but I says water is running out of India. And what to do for this? So we have to adopt a 5R concept of water conservation. The first R is to reduce water consumption. The second R is to reuse grey water. The third R is to recycle wastewater. And the fourth R is to recharge groundwater. And 5R, the most important, is to respect for water. Unless and until we will not respect the water, we will not save the water. Lastly, I will say that each and every people, which I have listened here in your webinar, they should start the water literacy program in their area by creating awareness among the people to save water and to explain them the value of water. Thank you so much.
We are really, thank you very much, Vinit Dubey ji. And please share your contact in the chat box also. And hydrogeologist, you are the real person, like Ramesh Goel ji we have heard, and the next water hero for today. So we will be having some dedicated and a focused program in very near future, where you will be a speaker and will be given a full of your time, at least over now. We will be having a good conference sort of thing, sometime workshop also, because we ultimately want to propagate the real technicality, the message on how to do the really water conservation. And very nicely you said that it's not a water scarcity, although it is flowing out of India. So it's a great thing. we need to understand how to conserve this. Thank you very much, Vinit Dubeji. Yeah. Taslil ji, yeah, we are waiting for you. So now over to you, sir. And he's Karnataka chapter president. And now over to you, Taslil ji. Please say a few words on this occasion. Within 120 seconds, I would appreciate really.
Sagar? Yes, sir, permission given. Okay.
Yeah.
Mohammad
Sagar?
Tabreel Saab.
Sir, if you are facing any issues, please let us know in the chat.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, you need to unmute yourself. You need to unmute.
Okay.
Taslil ji, please unmute yourself, sir.
Yeah, you can hear me, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm so sorry.
Yes,
I joined very late. I had back-to-back meetings today. I just reached home and I had logged in. I was just seeing messages while I was driving. So, yeah, anyways, it's wish you all the best for your UNAccc Global Water First Summit, right? UNAccc.
Yeah.
It's the first summit, right? Okay, we'll do a lot of things in Karnataka because I'm district director for Rotary District 3190. We have 157 clubs and we have 7,000 members with us. So we can do a lot of wonders here in Bangalore. And you know, IT Hub, all this, and we are well connected with corporates as well. And our main office also is in Rotary. My home club is Manyata Tech Park. I think you all will be knowing Manyata Tech Park very well. So our Rotary club is Manyata, Rotary Manyata. So we can do a lot of things around this, and as well, I'm working with government very closely for some other relief activities other than the lot of things. I think in our itself, 7 verticals are there. We do a lot of things for rural, urban, all urban poor, needy, underprivileged, all this, as well as with hospital and lot of things we do for hospitals as well as I was running a hospital, 100-bed hospital this pandemic. So we just stopped after this pandemic last 4 or 5 months back. So I will not take much of time, sir. Maybe I think we'll have a detailed discussion on this. Maybe after we do our chapter in Karnataka. So I'm just planning to do a Rotary UNAccc chapter in Karnataka. So maybe a lot of corporates will be there, and there will be big company guys, CEO directors in that.
Sure.
So Rajesh is, I think, with advice and guidance, I think do something in Karnataka.
Yes, sure.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you very much. In the meantime, Sagar, can you check that Monica Sharma and Monisha Sharma, both the persons?
Monica Kapoor.
Yeah, Monica Kapoor and Ajmat Khan. Also, we are waiting for him. Only thing he is facing some technical issues in unmuting. Ajmat Khan, are you able to hear me, please? And Krishan Gopal ji. Okay.
Verma ji, kindly award distribution, do that one and please.
Right. So now I request our Vice Chairman, Sri Abhijit Kemkar ji, to say a few words, please.
Thank you, Sanjay ji. Very good evening to all the esteemed dignitaries. Myself, Abhijit Kemkar, I am the Vice Chairman of UNAccc. And this was really a very informative and enlightening session. So I would like to thank everyone. We as a core team of UNAccc are very much thankful to all the eminent personality speakers who shared their knowledge and their expertise with us. We were really, it was an enlightening session. Of course, many of you might have felt that the time was short and you might want to share many more experiences. And I hope there will be a lot more opportunities later on in near future, which would help us gain the knowledge from you all. Once again, thank you very much and hope to join hands together to make the world a better place to live in. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Jai Hind.
Thank you, Abhijit. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Abhijit ji. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. So Now, anybody, if you can share, I am seeing a lot of person still here.
जयेंद्र पटेल जी हैं क्या अभी?
Yeah, जयेंद्र पटेल जी, जयेंद्र पटेल जी, आप सुन पा रहे हैं? हेलो, जयेंद्र पटेल जी. Yeah. I am seeing a lot of persons in the screen. Jayendra Patel ji. Okay. So now, just to confirm, Saurabh ji, am I audible to you? Dr. Saurabh Jain ji, am I audible to you? Please be ready. So, of course, today, anybody want to give his reflection or her reflection? You are most welcome. Otherwise, we'll be proceeding towards certificate distribution and at the last agenda item of today's conference. Okay. Jitu bhai, Jayendra Patel ji.
I want to Rajat ji and Verma ji, a special thanks. I know everybody echoes the same feelings that we want to thank you to bring together this forum and create a platform for all of us to exchange our views. Thank you from the core of my heart.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
and being at, yeah, Tejlin ji और श्रीनगर में रह करके भी network साथ दिया, so we are very happy and fortunate that you completed your work. So it was really so there was uninterrupted. So thank you very much.
Yes, I'm here on a mission, but I possibly wanted to attend.
Right.
I really wanted to.
Yeah. Kishan Gopal ji, do you want to say in a 60 second your reflection, please? Only your reflection.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. मेरी आवाज आ रही है सर जी?
हाँ, आ रही है. Just about.
सर जी, मैं ये आपसे सभी से ये रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहता हूँ कि मेरा सुझाव है कि जो प्रकृति का चक्र है उसको भौतिकवाद की दौड़ ने कहीं ना कहीं उसको अवरोध कर दिया है। पहले वर्षा भी समय पे होती थी, जंगल भी बहुत आयत में थे, हमारा फौना एंड फ्लोरा भी बहुत समृद्ध था। तो इस भौतिकवाद की भूख ने इसको तहस नहस करके रख दिया है और अनेक प्रकार की समस्याएं आज के मानव को देखने को मिल रही है। तो मेरा यही रिक्वेस्ट है कि फिर से जीव जंतुओं का संरक्षण किया जाए और जंगल होंगे तो बारिश भी समय पे होगी, क्योंकि जल है और वो प्रकृति के चक्कर से ही आता है। जल जैसे अपने यात्रा वृत्तांत में अल्बर्यू ने लिखा था तहकीक मालिल हिंद पुस्तक में कि हर एक चीज जो अशुद्ध होती है वो फिर से शुद्ध होने का प्रयास करती है और वो शुद्ध हो भी जाती है समय पाकर। तो यही बात जल के साथ है। जल हम यूज करते हैं, प्रयोग करते हैं, वो अशुद्ध हो जाता है, लेकिन वो सदा अशुद्ध नहीं रहता। सूर्य की धूप पा करके, मिट्टी का संपर्क पा करके, हवा का संपर्क पा करके वो फिर से शुद्ध हो जाता है। तो हमें उस चक्र को पुनर्जीवित करने की आवश्यकता है। ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पेड़ लगाएं, जहाँ भी ज़रूरत हो। जैसे सड़कों के दोनों ओर एक लेन की पेड़ लगाते हैं तो दो तीन लेन के पेड़ लगाए जाएं, ताकि वहाँ पर टेम्परेचर भी डाउन हो और वर्षा के अनुकूल भी वातावरण बने। और ये जो चक्कर दुनिया है जब से चल रही है तो चलती रहेगी। प्रकृति की चीज़ें हैं तो मानव ने तो बनाई नहीं। तो हमने प्रकृति के चक्कर को समझना होगा और अपने आप को उसके अनुकूल डालना होगा। ये मेरा आपसे
यस बहुत अच्छे विचार सर, बहुत ही अच्छा विचार, बहुत अच्छा मैसेज। ट्री प्लांटेशन अवश्य करना चाहिए, यही वर्षा को लाएगा। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर। और जयेंद्र पटेल जी, जयेंद्र पटेल जी, फ्यू वर्ड फ्रॉम यू। Jayendra Patel ji, industrialist, social worker, working in Gujarat, very passionate person. So over to you, Jayendra Patel ji. Please unmute your mic और unmute करिए और बोलिए सर। Water conservation and your initiative we know. Hello. Okay.
पटेल जी हैं अभी लाइन पे हैं?
हाँ, लाइन पे, स्क्रीन पे ही इज विजुअल, ओनली थिंग कि मे बी सम टेक्निकल इशू।
सागर को पूछिए जरा, सागर अनम्यूट करे।
ठीक है
सर, अनम्यूट का इशू नहीं है।
ओके, पटेल जी अनम्यूट कीजिए।
हाँ, यस यस यस,
आइए आइए, वेलकम।
हाँ,
थैंक्स टू जिन लोगों ने
आवाज नहीं आ रहा है। सागर जस्ट चेक इट, बाकी को अनम्यूट करो।
सर, इनका नेटवर्क इशू है।
हाँ, बाकी अनम्यूट कर दो सबको।
हाँ, सबको अनम्यूट कर दिया।
पटेल जी, आपका आवाज में थोड़ा इंटरप्शन आ रहा है।
ओके,
आवाज टूट रहा है आपका।
ठीक है। सो
जयेंद्र पटेल जी एंड माई सेल्फ वाज, आज हो गया हम लोगों को लगभग 24 ईयर हो गया। हम लोगों ने साथ में बहुत सारी विदेश यात्राएं 1999 से स्टार्ट किया था। काफी हम लोगों ने साथ में काम किया। गुजरात में अगर सपोर्ट मुझे मिला सबसे पहले तो जयेंद्र पटेल जी का मिला। इनके बारे में मैं बता दूं, और आज तक सपोर्ट कंटिन्यू है। इनके बच्चे और हमारे बच्चे छोटे थे, उंगली पकड़ के चलते थे, और बस आज अपनी अपनी राह पे बच्चे चल पड़े और हम लोग जो हैं सोशल वर्क में आ गए। तो पटेल जी, आपको शायद हैंड रेज कर रहे हैं, बोलिए बोलिए।
अनम्यूट नहीं है, पटेल जी को अनम्यूट।
ओके,
तो चलिए अब अवार्ड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कीजिए वर्मा साहब, क्योंकि एवरीबॉडी वांट टू गो फॉर द डिनर एंड
यस,
आई गॉट मैनी रिक्वेस्ट।
सो नाउ जितने भी आज जो जिस भी कैपेसिटी में, या चीफ गेस्ट हो, स्पेशल इनवाइटी गेस्ट हो, गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर, स्पेशल गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर, स्पीकर्स, even who were not part of our this flyer but as a participant joined, but this is really we are very fortunate that even the person like Vineet Dubey ji जो कहते हैं कि हीरा मिला, तो आज we found एक real person we found today. So we will be having and we will be keeping touch, and we will conducting some more programs. We all deserves a very, very fantastic clapping for today. So a big clap for all the persons now for sharing this thing.
Thank you so much to all of you.
Saurabh Jain ji, yes. Saurabh Jain ji is available. Otherwise, Abhijit ji, you can just please coordinate. I'm just trying. Saurabh Jain ji. तो आज जितने लोग भी ज्वाइन किए थे सबका सर्टिफिकेट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का है बारी, एंड वी विल बी सेंडिंग दिस सर्टिफिकेट हु हैज लेफ्ट बट इनिशियली ज्वाइन लेफ्ट, सो हम लोग उनको मेल पे थ्रू व्हाट्सएप आल्सो वी विल सेंडिंग। ओनली वन रिक्वेस्ट, वी ऑल नीड टू प्रोपेगेट थ्रू आवर सोशल मीडिया कॉन्टैक्ट्स, सो दिस इज वन रिक्वेस्ट। व्हाई डॉक्टर रजत शर्मा जी का एक जो फ्लैगशिप इनिशिएटिव था वो मैं जरूर मेंशन करना चाहता हूँ। He identified that the younger generation is a true person. अगर इनको convince कर दिया, then they can wear the torch and go ahead with the message. We launched this mission 1 million SDG warrior program, and it was one of the flagship event of UNAccc and a very super hit program. Lakhs of persons, students joined UNAccc through that program. So of course it was a wonderful program. At the same time, he is visiting all the remote areas, all the even neglected areas, just to inculcate a positive behavior, a confidence and knowledge, awareness among all the persons who are even not part of the mainstream of our globe. So this kind of passion and dedication our visionary chairman Dr. Rajat Sharma is having. So really very fortunate. And
सर, जब पैंडेमिक चीजें स्टार्ट हुई थी तो कितने ही गरीब लोगों की नौकरी चली गई थी, बच्चों के स्कूल बंद हो गए थे, उस वक्त हम लोगों ने ये डिस्कस किया और डिसाइड किया कि उन बच्चों को अंधकार में नहीं जाने देंगे। और हमने मध्य प्रदेश, राजस्थान, हरियाणा, पंजाब, हिमाचल प्रदेश, बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे शहरों में हम बच्चों से मिले, स्कूल टीचर से मिले, उनको मोटिवेट किया कि यू आर नॉट ए कॉमन सिटीजन, यू विल बी ए वर्ल्ड सिटीजन। वो किसी भी जाति, धर्म या किसी से भी हो, हमारा काम था उनको बताना कि आप 2030 में एक नई दुनिया में प्रवेश करने जा रहे हैं, जहां कोई नो हंगर, नो पॉवर्टी जैसे इशू नहीं होंगे, क्वालिटी एजुकेशन होंगी। तो ये सब चीजों को हमने उनको मोटिवेट करके उनमें एक नया कॉन्फिडेंस पैदा किया। वी मेट ऑलमोस्ट 285,000 children in the 4 months. It was very speedy mission, and it was very successful, and we honored all the students as a SDG warrior to convey this message to their family, their friends, and everyone. So this mission was successful in India as well as in African countries. You can see in our website, many African countries are also following the same program, Mission 1 Million. Thank you, Sanjeev ji.
Thank you very much. अच्छा रजत जी, just I would request, अगर रुचिका available है तो just 1 word, 2 word, I would just request, otherwise we will proceed towards the award.
She still engaged, वो अभी भी डिनर कर रही हैं, तो नेक्स्ट टाइम में रुचिका जी के साथ कर लेंगे।
करेक्ट
लास्ट टाइम तो आई थी वो, तो अब बहुत लेट हो जाता है, तो बच्चे जो हैं, you know that morning 6 o'clock wake up and all.
Right. Okay. So thank you very much. And now this is the moment where we want to recognize all the persons who have joined today and given their reflections, very good reflections, not only this religious but the technical aspects also. So now, as we are seeing, so
congratulations,
Urmila ji, congratulations Urmila ji, and Rima Banerjee. So Sagar ji, can you please sending on your email and this thing. And Rakesh Jain ji, Swami Sahajanand ji, a very big clap for him. Teslin Kaur ji, and Madam Gora Avo. So on your birthday, this is gift. Bharat Merchant ji. In fact, I received all the good message, best wishes messages, particularly on this occasion. So I thank all. Mamta Godial ji, very much Mamta ji. You could not join because of your very schedule and this thing, but I heartily appreciate. Mr.
Congratulations, Dr. P.K. Rajput, Senior Vice President, Cadila Pharmaceutical.
So he joined, and Pranjal Phukan and Dr. Ravindra Kumar ji, Padma Shri Dr. Ravindra Kumar ji,
Vice Chancellor of CC University, University. Dr. Srikanta Panigrahi ji, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Very old friend, yes, almost.
And Lord Derek, so of course a very senior person, top leader.
Jagmohan Gupta ji, congratulations.
Thank you.
Jagannath Patnaik ji, Vice Chancellor ICFI University, Co-Chairman UNAccc.
Jakia Khan ji, very energetic lady. So thank you very much. And Ramesh Goyal ji, of course, very big person, torch bearer in this field. Julie Lewis, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
You keep your energy high always, as you have. Jakia ji, thank you very much.
Always.
Justice S.D. Anand.
Justice Anand ji.
Congratulations, sir.
And Subodh ji, very nice.
Justice Anand is our governing council member. Kumar Rakesh, congratulations. Dr. Jayanta Chaudhary, congratulations. Congratulations, our honorary governor.
Governor of Odisha. And Rakesh Jain ji, of course.
Swami Sahajanand ji, congratulations. Tejan ji, congratulations. Vora Avo ji, congratulations.
And
Janet Eureka from Mexico, chairman. Manisha Sharma ji, Rima Banerjee ji, Monica Verma ji, congratulations to all. Thank you.
So, thank you very much. It was a wonderful evening.
Congratulations.
Abhay Kumar ji.
Thank you, Abhay ji. PSN Shastri ji, congratulations. Urmila ji, congratulations. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Mehbooba.
Congratulations, everyone.
And Abhijit Keher ji, Chandrakant ji.
Congratulations, Amit Sharma ji.
Yeah. And Ruchika. Yeah.
Yes.
Rajesh ji, congratulations.
Rajesh ji, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
संजीव वर्मा जी जो हमारे होस्ट भी है और जिन्होंने पूरा टाइम देकर सब चीजों को प्रोसेस किया, बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं आपको वर्मा जी।
बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं डॉक्टर सौरभ जैन जी।
और हमारे UNACC के चेयरमैन डॉक्टर रजत शर्मा जी जो हमारे विभाग हैं और इस फंक्शन को के प्रणेता भी हैं और जो SDG गोल को लेकर आगे पूरा वर्क कर रहे हैं, उनको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं सभी कोर कमेटी मेंबर की तरफ से। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
I would like
Saurabh Jain ji, a formal vote of thanks for all participants, all from your side, and your personal opinion, just 60 seconds. Over to you, Saurabh Jain ji. We are waiting for you. Yeah.
Yeah, sir. Thank you, Verma ji. As we know very well, today is 22nd March 2022, and we are going to be announce. We have announced a number of awardee and honorary member of UNACC. That is the occasion of Global Water Summit 2022. So, as we already seen over there, our chief guest, inaugural address by Rajesh ji, Dr. Panigrahi ji, हमारे जितने भी गेस्ट, अतिथि, उद्बोधनकर्ता और हमारे UNACC के कोर कमेटी के मेंबर, चेयरमैन, को-चेयरमैन, all respected guests, participants and dignitaries. I would like to say congratulate to all core committee members and all dignitaries to make that conference success. Thank you very much. Over to you, Dr. Sanjeev Verma ji, please.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much, Rajesh Sharma ji, for your visionary leadership. We are learning a lot. We are doing.
And I like to convey my message to everyone that UNACC never be asked any kind of registration, any kind of fee to have a award and all. We are done many physical events in Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, and without anything, we are honoring the real people, the ground people. We do not believe in give and take for that award and all. This is my request.
Yeah. And before just I give this concluding thanks, just I would request Saligram Soni ji say few words because you are waiting. Just in 60 seconds, you can just say congratulations all. Yeah.
सभी को नमस्कार।
नमस्कार शालिग्राम जी, नमस्कार।
नमस्कार सर जी। मैं एक शब्द बोलना चाहूँगा। हर घर गोबर खाद, हर घर बीज पानी, पानीदार भारत को करे न बेपानी। जल पुरुष राजेंद्र सिंह जी जो तरुण भारत संघ राजस्थान से हैं, जिन्होंने बहुत बड़ा काम करके दिखाया। राजस्थान जैसे पानी की कमी वाले क्षेत्रों में पानी को कैसे हम अपने जीवन में शामिल करें, पानी को कैसे बचाएं और कैसे प्राचीन जो धरोहर है हमारी बावड़ी कुएं इत्यादि जो हैं, उन सिस्टमों को समझ करके कैसे हमारे पुराने तालाब थे हमारे, उन सब चीज़ों को कैसे हम सहेजें और हमारे पास पुरानी पद्धतियाँ थी जिससे हम पानी का संचालन कैसे करें, पानी को कैसे बचा कर रखें अपने जीवन। पानी से जीवन है हमारा, इसलिए पानी को बचाएं, पानीदार बने। पानी से हमारी इज्जत है और अगर हम पानी खोते हैं, हमारी संस्कृति में इसीलिए जल को पूजा गया है, नदियों को पूजा गया है, समुद्र को पूजा गया है, पहाड़ों को पूजा गया है, प्रकृति को पूजा गया है। हमारी संस्कृति है, तो हम पानी का सम्मान करें और जब सम्मान करेंगे तब हम उसको व्यर्थ नहीं करेंगे। बस मैं संक्षिप्त में इतना ही कहना चाहूँगा। खेती में कम पानी का इस्तेमाल करें, पानी का सदुपयोग करें, पानी को कहीं भी व्यर्थ ना करें। अगर पानी को हम व्यर्थ करते हैं तो हमसे मूर्ख बड़ा कोई नहीं।
Thank you very much. And just to give this message, and all are welcome. All of your known person must join hands with the UNACC. ये किसका मुहिम का हिस्सा होना चाहिए, and we are very much conscious about what is happening all across the world. Very recently, like US, Russia-Ukraine war, a lot of persons has lost their lives. So it was not a good thing. So even UNAccc was so much concerned that, and firmly believe that we believe in war, peace, world peace, global peace, and war is not the solution. So obviously this is one message from UNAccc, and all the time, whenever the global issues are happening, our chairman, Dr. Rajesh Sharma, is always gives his thought, his message through tweet, through message on LinkedIn. So keep connected and be all the time with this thing. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much all. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And,
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
Thank you very much.
yeah, thank you very much from Sanjeev Verma, Secretary General, UNAccc, and Chairman, Board of Environmental Sustainability. Thank you very much.
Thank you
So we are
Dr. Rajesh.
closing the session today.
Good night to all.
Good night.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Rajat. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Thanks so much. Best wishes and blessings to you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks
Sure.
to all for giving me the chance.
Sir, thanks for myself also to you. Honorable
Hello.
Chairman.
Yes.
So thanks for
Yes, yes, Budi.
Ananda Sahu from Odisha. I am the Dean School of Commerce and Management
Okay.
participating in this program. I am very much thankful to all the team members for taking a great mission successful.
Thank you.
I am very proud to be
Thank
part
you.
of this nation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sahuji.
Thank you so much to all UNAccc members. From
Yeah.
Vipin Dubey,
Thank you, Virenji. Thank you very much.
hydrogeoscientist.
Thank you.
Yeah.
sir,
Yes.
allow to me.
Thank you, Jayendra Patel. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you, thank you.
Sir, allow to me say 2 words.
Yes, yes, Deepji, बोलिए बोलिए.
Yeah.
सर मैं सिंपली एक तो सबको सर धन्यवाद और मैं सिर्फ इतना ही कहना चाहूँगा Honorable the Chairman, with the permission to the Honorable Chairman of this meet, sir, my all good wishes to you. Simply, I'm just asking a question to myself here.
Yes.
जिस सोसाइटी में हम रहते हैं सर,
जी.
उसी सोसाइटी में अगल बगल में each and everyone is having a vehicles or
Yeah.
there are the roads. और कुछ dusters उड़ती है और they have started in the morning and in the evening and in noon also.
Yeah.
और लेते बेशुमार पानी सर और वो रोड पे छिड़काव करते रहते हैं.
जी जी जी.
जब उनसे कहा जाए कि ये इतना पानी आप रोड पे क्यों आप डाल रहे हैं और वो भी पाइप से लेके
जी,
वो बोलते हैं कि नहीं ये तो हम इसका बिल पेड कर रहे हैं. और द सेवरल टाइम्स आई हैव गिवन ए पॉम्पलेट्स टू देम कि ये जो है वाटर सेविंग डे है और यू मस्ट थिंक अबाउट दिस. और मतलब ये कहते हैं अगर हमने उनसे ऐसी बात कही यू जस्ट स्टॉप दिस. They have just started to quarrel, or they have just started to make a complaint to the authorities concerned, sir. What steps we should take against those persons and how we convince to those people, those honorable citizens
you have to file
who are just residing in our society, sir. We are just talking
you
about the international.
Just, send me your district name and district collector name. So collector name I will be got myself.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, I am just making a request for how मैं इनको कैसे मैनेज करूं सर. और ये मैं आई एम जस्ट फ्रॉम द स्टेट ऑफ उत्तराखंड.
आप UNAccc will help you. UNAccc will help to lot of people. हमारी एक ट्वीट के ऊपर एक्शन होगा. आप बस अपना डिस्ट्रिक्ट हमें भेज दीजिए और आपका नंबर भेज दीजिएगा वर्मा जी को और मुझे.
सर मैं
दीप जी, even you can complain to the local authority.
And the dogs also, they are not just going to protect to the cows. They are just dog को लेते हैं, कुत्तों को लेते हैं और वो सब इधर उधर करते हैं सर.
आप
वहां पे फिर उसके बाद जो रोड्स में वो होता है तो उसमें वाटर को और फ्लो करते हैं और उसको वाटर को फ्लो करते हैं। जब उनको इंटरप्ट किया जाए तो वो अपनी पावर का मिसयूज करते हैं। वो अपनी पावर का मिसयूज इसलिए करते हैं कि भाई उनका आदमी फलानी जगह है, उनका ये है। और जो लोकल पुलिस स्टेशन होता है या जो अथॉरिटी कंसर्न होता है सर, तो वो लोग कहते हैं कि यार ये सिंपल है, ये पड़ोस का मामला है, ये है। तो हम पड़ोस के आदमी को भी जागरूक करने की कोशिश करते हैं, लेकिन सर वो इस चीज को नहीं मानते हैं और वो अगेंस्ट ये कर देते हैं और महिलाओं को ज्यादा आगे कर दे रहे हैं। महिलाओं को ज्यादा आगे कर देते हैं।
जोशी जी, आप अपना नंबर जो है ना शेयर कर लीजिए, ठीक है। एंड वी आर हैप्पी, हम आपका दुखरा दर्द समझ सकते हैं, लेकिन हम खुश इसलिए हैं क्योंकि आप इस ज्योति को जलाए रखिए। अल्टीमेटली वी हैव टू। एंड गोयल साहब भी कुछ बोलना चाह रहे हैं, तो गोयल साहब से
मेरा एक तो नंबर दे रहे हैं आप इन्हें।
आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल।
जी मेरा नंबर दे रहे हैं, मेरे से बात करना, मैं आपकी समस्या हल कर दूंगा।
जी उनका नंबर ले लीजिए।
डेफिनेटली सर, आई होप सो।
जोशी जी, आप अपना नंबर बता दीजिए, हम लोग कम्युनिकेट कर लेंगे।
सर 94120
94120।
सर आप बताइए सर, प्लीज जस्ट नोट डाउन
94160
49 757। थैंक यू सो मच सर।
मैं 14 साल से यही काम कर रहा हूँ।
बस आपको राइट
नहीं सर, मैं यहाँ पे नॉट सफरिंग सर, आई एम सिचुएटेड वेयर आई एम जस्ट रिजाइडिंग सर। वहाँ पे तो 1 बीघे का तो खेती है, ओपन है सर, तो वहाँ पर भी सुबह
टाइम बहुत हो गया ना।
इंडिविजुअली डिस्कस कर लेंगे जोशी साहब, इसको इंडिविजुअली डिस्कस।
ओके सर, थैंक यू। आई एम जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट
या
Honorable Chairman,
रमेश
I
गोयल
am
जी।
really sorry.
Time is too short.
Thank you, give me time.
Honorable Ramesh Goyal ji,
जी विपिन जी,
I am highly thankful to you that you have shared a link to me and I am able to join with all these talented personalities and shared my views on water conservation. Though I have got a very less time and I have many matters to say.
आप काम कर रहे हैं प्रैक्टिकली।
हाँ।
मैं तो बातें करता हूँ ज्यादा।
दुबे जी अभी
तो kindly you-
जुड़े रहिए। हाँ, एक दूसरे से आगे बढ़ते करके हम लोग को मुहिम
जी।
अभी एक बड़ा
Thank you.
प्रोग्राम बनाते हैं और कोई ऐसा आयोजन करते हैं जिसमें सारे जल संरक्षक जो है इकट्ठे कर दूं। मैं ऐसी योजना बना रहा हूँ।
हाँ, it would be a great thing for everyone.
दिल्ली, मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि दिल्ली में कोई ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म पे जिसमें लगभग 50 लोग जो है जो एक दूसरे से जुड़े हैं, काम करते हैं, उनकी लिस्ट काफी सारी मैंने इकट्ठी कर रखी है।
Oh yes, all the water conservation should be collected at a place.
और उसके
so
लिए
we can share our views and many kind of technical issues regarding rainwater harvesting, water conservation, groundwater depletion, groundwater management and everything.
सब मैं पढ़ता रहता हूँ, मुझे जानकारी है। आप बहुत कुछ कर रहे हैं। मैं तो बातें ज्यादा करता हूँ, काम आप लोग ही ज्यादा कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि मैं अवेयरनेस के तरफ चलता हूँ तो मुझे बातें ज्यादा करनी होती है, लोगों को जगाना है। अब तक मैंने टीवी, सोशल मीडिया, डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्ट लगभग 1 करोड़ लोगों तक अपनी बात एक बार जरूर पहुंचा दी।
Goyal ji, you are doing a great job. You are doing a great job of awareness program. That is very important.
So thank you very much for joining. Only thing we want to place our official condolences for the persons who have lost their lives during this Russia-Ukraine war. So I would request Sagar ji to please play and please show the screen where we are officially announcing this condolences. Already said that we believe in peace. Yeah.
This we made special for the pray to God to give a peace to all the died people in this war.
Yeah. So we are already seeing, so it is already coming news and all this.
UNAccc already sent condolence messages to Russia and Ukraine also, and the United Nations.
Yeah, we offer our thoughts and prayers to the families who lost their loved ones amid the ongoing crisis between Ukraine and Russia, we at UNAccc strongly believe that all issues can be resolved with peace and dialogue, not with war. So this was the message from UNAccc, and we want to propagate the message of peace. At the same time, we also want to get all the 17 SDGs implemented, and so that the SDG 2030, the goal must be implemented and take a proper shape for a good future, sustainable future. So thank you very much all for joining. All the persons, I would like to thank Mr. Sagar, who was behind the curtain and managed the show. I am also thankful to Mr. Yogaraj from RFI. I am also thankful to Dr. Saurabh Jainji, who is always support to UNAccc with all kind of this thing. Thank you very much, Dr. Rajesh Tejania ji. He is holding a backbone of this thing. UNAccc, a core team member, and Amit Sharma ji, a very nice and sweet, have a very good thought, very clear, focused person. So Abhijit Kemkar ji, a very good, nice person. Jitu Bhai, a social person, and above all, Raja Sharma ji. So we are really very fortunate to have such kind of a group of person, a team of good person. Thank you very much.
जो आपसे जो लोग
एक बार क्लैपिंग कर रहे हैं।
गोयल साहब हमारे कोर टीम के लिए
he is a key person, और जितनी मेहनत ये सुबह से रात तक करते हैं तो मैं तो हैरान हूँ ये सोते भी हैं कि नहीं।
सोने नहीं देते सर लोग।
ऐसा लगता है कि मैं तो राउंड दी क्लॉक बोलता हूँ कि मैं राउंड दी क्लॉक काम करने के लिए तैयार हूँ, ये तो कर रहे हैं प्रैक्टिकली। ये मेरे से छोटे भाई हैं, लेकिन मुझे इनको वो देख करके हौसला बड़ा मिल रहा है और यही करता है कि वो और ज्यादा करूँ।
जी जी सर, थैंक यू सर। मेरा ये रिक्वेस्ट था, जो आपसे कंसर्न है वो जो अवार्ड के सर्टिफिकेट हैं मैं आपको अलग से भी भेज दूंगा, तो उन लोगों को आप भिजवा दें आप अपने द्वारा।
ठीक है
जी, थैंक यू एवरीवन।
Thank you so much, Sanjeev ji. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sagar, kindly, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Goyal ji.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Sagar, so we are ending the session here. So Sagar ji, you can please leave for all. So a big thank you from Sanjeev Verma, Dr. Raja Sharma ji, Chairman UNAccc, Sanjeev Verma from here. We are ending our session here.
Thank you.
Sagar ji, please.